Gotta mute that. I probably ought to log into Feud. Let's get a couple of those things done. Oh, and then Randy's file. Shit.
I've put the file.
It's in the thing. Let's see. There he is.
Oh, yeah, don't forget, you and Dunaway will need to log into Feud.
Feud. Yeah, a fugue state.
The Feud.
All right, I'm into that. And then Randy's down. And then that means... Oh, let's make sure his levels are good. They almost always are, but... Little boost volume. That's fine. Okay.
Little boosty boost.
Little boosty. All right, we put Randy in here. You're already in there. I don't know. Nicole said if. Oh, it's that new animated live action Krasinski thing. I can find something.
Yes, which is great.
I hope it's good. I heard really mixed things on it. I haven't seen it, so I can't judge.
Really? Yeah. No, I saw it in theaters, and I enjoyed it. It's not perfect, but it's sweet.
You were one of the positives that I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was always going to see it, so it didn't really matter. But
I think these days, and this is not going to be any surprise to anybody, me saying this is not going to be a revelatory statement, but seems like loud people like to look for things to complain about for the attention and the likes and the subscribes and the follows and the watches, Sure.
There's definitely a lot of that going on.
Yeah. And again, nothing that I'm not saying anything that anybody doesn't know, especially people in this room, in this ecosphere here that are hearing my voice.
Oh yeah. We've all been there and done that. All right, here goes. Oh shit. What's going on there? Oh, I moved that file. I moved Catwoman. Hold on. All right. I think I got it now. Here goes. It is the show, and it is time in 3, 2, 1.
Did you know if you made a bologna sandwich and handed it to me, I would eat the bologna sandwich?
What? The morning stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for July 17th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian Ibbett.
Hello. Hey,
Hello.
Scott. I'll just get out of the way. Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, man. A day older, a year young. What? Wait, what's the phrase? I don't know what it is.
Neither take years nor leave years is what you did.
Yeah, it's been very nice so far. I think Kim may be sneaking down here in a minute to hand me gifts from people that I don't know about. This is all surprise to me. Apparently, people sent some things and I didn't know about it. Apparently, there's still stuff sitting over at the P.O. box, and we haven't picked them up yet. So there's stuff afoot. I don't know. I don't like this kind of thing, so the sooner the better.
Unboxing stream! Yay!
Whee! Brand new YouTube channel launching today. Check it out. Anyway, I have an exciting thing to talk about real quick here.
Oh, good. Okay, tell me.
And it's nothing to do with my birthday, but it is something to do with my new store, and I'm excited about this because this marks the opening of the new phase. And while it may seem small to some, this is where we start. This is ground zero. Ground zero is, if I can pull it up here, if you go to frogpants.shop, or you can still go to frogpants.com, but .shop will just take you directly there. You will find that there is new product up, and the new product is called the Wasteland collection. And in this collection, either 5x5 inch prints or 8x8, either one, are available for as low as $12.99. Free shipping, no shipping cost.
Wow.
You can get the Wasteland collection if you're like, what is that? Well, it includes 3 illustrations that I did. One of the Vault Boy with his arm cut off, doing the thumbs up. I made that one up. It's not part of their perk system. That's just, I was trying to do one that they hadn't done, so that's what I did.
I was wrecking my brain trying to figure out, is that from the TV show? I can't remember Pit-Boy getting his arm cut off.
Never got his arm cut off, but then he did. Anyway, so we got the Nuka-Cola construction, I call it, which is like a bunch of little dudes making a giant Nuka-Cola bottle thing. The terminal that you have to hack in the game, that's the third print. You can get these 5x5 or 8x8. These will ship anywhere in the world. If you're in the U.S., 100% zero shipping. no cost in shipping. And they're available now, and they will be limited quantities of said thing. So if you want them, you want to go grab them because they're not going to last long. I think we're doing a set. I think we're going to do 100 to start, and then we'll see how it goes.
The super limited edition, nice.
Yeah,
that's great.
So those are shipping. They'll ship pretty quickly once we get the orders. But anyway, if you are interested, frogpants.shop or frogpants.com, either one will get you there. And I would love it if some of you grab those. Oh, gosh, Kim just showed up. Hold on. What do we have here? Oh, looky here. Okay. Who's this? Who? This is from Tanner? Oh, okay. So Tanner, a.k.a. Straven,
a.k.a. my dungeon master.
Yeah, your DM, a.k.a.
DM is the
guy with a finger on a nuke code switch thing in Arizona.
That's right.
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about where he works, but whatever.
Oh, well, too late now. He's one of the animals in Sector G.
Yeah. You want to take this? Oh, it's good having a wife around to take my trash away. Thanks, babe. All right, here we go. Here.
Take your crap.
You can take my crap. Here, take more crap. Take no crap, leave no crap. All right.
Oh, wow. It's like multi-layered. Like,
yeah,
like you're opening
to make of this. This is something, man. Oh. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Have you seen this? You know about this? How did he get this? All right. Sorry, leaving everyone in suspense here. He did signed Mad Max Fury Road poster by Nux, Furiosa, and Max himself. Those are all their actual signatures? Where did he get these? I might just pee a little. Are you kidding? And it's all laminated, so none of this is going to smear off? Where did he go to get this? Probably Comic-Con in Phoenix or something. There was only one? This is the only one of these that exists? I might poo myself.
Pee and poo yourself.
This is amazing, dude. Straven, a.k.a. Tanner. Good Lord, dude. I feel guilty.
Right,
There's no way this was cheap and easy.
When my thing shows up, just toss it in the trash.
Brian gets here today, and now he's worried it's going to be less impactful. Did it get here? It's not here, did it? Oh, it did? Oh, Brian's got here.
Oh, mine is here?
Where is it? I'll open it here. Is this it? Oh, okay. This is from Carrie. Oh, jeez. Cleo sent, let's see, happy birthday. It's time to integrate Van and Phoebe into the lemon cult. Have a great day. Carrie, Steve, Sarah, and Colin. She sent me brand new thing of lemon Pez.
Oh, wow.
Which I can no longer consume at the levels I used to. I can snack here and there. Yeah, put that there for now.
There's sugar-free lemon Pez.
Yeah, is there such a thing? There isn't, is there? Probably not. Pez Zero, is that a thing we can get into?
Pez Zero, yeah, there you go. Pez one sugar or something.
These are very nice, and these will go to good homes because the kids have Pez dispensers that they adore and love. And I got to get Van like an Optimus Prime Pez dispenser. We'll stick those in there. That's so nice of her. Okay, who's this? This is Brent. Oh my gosh, I didn't know we were going to do this. All right. Oh shit. What? Have you seen this too? Oh my gosh, how did you keep all this a secret? Sorry, you guys, this is very self-serving. All right.
I was joking about an unboxing stream, but this is actually
exactly
fun.
what happened here. Okay, this one's from Brent, and there's also a little heavy metal anchor on the back of this.
Oh,
This
cool.
is a big long thing to read. Should I read it? Okay.
My band opened for Heavy Metal Anchor in the,
yeah.
in the 80s. Yeah.
Well, that was a hard gig to get. I think you guys should be proud. It says, Dear Scott, I know your great love for all things Furiosa and Mad Max, and we were exchanging some texts about a half a year ago, and you mentioned interest in the included prop I was making over the past few months as a side project. I'm about as far into it as I can get. It is no Punish Props work of art, but it is indeed fun to make. Put it on a shelf or give it away. Dude, I ain't giving this away. I want to say how much I appreciate you and your companions. That includes Brian. Across the Frog Pants world. I discovered your work years ago with the instance, quickly expanded my horizons. The rest of your shows, including TMS and Film Sack and the others, I cannot say how important your humor and camaraderie with your colleagues are on the show to me. You just got me through the pandemic, my father's decline and recent passing due to pancreatic cancer. Oh, I hate that. And many, many dog walks with my two huskies. Wish you the best, you two and your family and the content creators at Frog Pants. All the best. Brent. Well, Brent, that's so nice. Okay, so I guess I should open this.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Don't leave us all in suspense.
I don't want to break anything, Brian. I don't want to, Can you do that?
Oh, I see a hose coming out of there.
I know. I see. I think we got a Martin Joe vibe happening. I don't know who else wears that. Rictus just had like a little oxygen nose thing, so that ain't it. Oh, okay.
It's
Oh, what? And this is great stuff for the audio listeners.
Oh, I should be doing my part in kind of describing this. So Scott is now opening the box.
Yeah, with the help of Kim, we have a box being opened.
Box being opened.
Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, can I wear that?
Oh, wow. Look at that. Holy cow.
Are you kidding? Give it away. Are you kidding?
Just give it away.
I'm not
This is,
doing that.
for those listening, not watching, this is a Morton Joe mask with a very dark, very cool black version of it with hoses coming out of the side and looks like an entire CPAP setup.
Yep. This is getting hung on the wall. I love this so much, dude. Oh my gosh, it's bolted in there. That's very... Yeah, Halloween. I'll wear it for Halloween. This is so good.
Treats to the kids with that.
Maybe these might be CPAP attachments. I don't actually know. Yeah, it looks good on you, babe.
Oh, it looks great on Kim. Kim is trying on the mask.
Nicely done. That's very good. Yeah, you should get one of those weird staffs and sing in the desert until you find out they're all coming back the other way. Awesome. All right, and then this is Brian. Oh, Brian's just arrived.
That's awesome.
Kim's
awesome, like opening the box.
She is. She's a good Vanna White when you need one.
That's right. No card, by the way. Let's save some time.
You and I are not card guys. I get it. I feel you.
Card guys.
Okay, we're gonna be gentle here. What? Oh shit! Look, it's Johnny.
I hope pieces stayed intact.
Well, her head's off. Is that normal?
Oh no, her head's not supposed to be off.
Her head's not supposed to be off.
That can be reglued.
That can be reglued. Yeah, no problem. I'm getting paint on me. Some of this isn't quite dry.
Oh shit! Really?
Look at this, Chani. But here's Chani's head. I'm gonna fix that right away.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, her hand is gone. Oh, this is such a bummer.
Oh, did her hand pop? Don't throw this box away because we gotta find her hand. Don't worry, I got glue for this. I got Bill's recommendation for good glue. And then for some reason, whatever's in her hair is coming off. That might just be from the heat.
Oh, probably.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, like a little, whatever that is.
Oh, that might be...
it's totally fine because it's the desert. It's the spice must flow. I love that.
Make sure her head's not cracked. Actually, yeah, wipe. That might be resin. I wonder if
make
her
sure her head's not cracked or something. The box is in good shape, so I don't know how they handle this thing.
Good.
I know, right? That may as well be Zendaya all mad at me for having to marry Black Widow's sister.
Yeah, since I can't rely on you to paint any of the models that I've given you in the past, I decided I would paint this one, and so.
Well, the Furiosa one looks cooler not painted, but you're right about like Batman. He still needs to be painted. Ooh, this base is great.
Yeah, that's airbrushed. It did some airbrush work to make it look like the sand was going up the rock, and
that's great because that's the vibe of that whole planet. Is these jutting rocks are like so cool, contrasted to the rest of it. There's a little bit of paint coming off that too. I think it's just the heat. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
It'll be okay down here. It cools off real fast. So.
Right. Or maybe I send you models that sweat, that actually sweat.
Sweaty models. These look awesome, dude. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Cannot wait to put that together. Love it.
Yeah. See, I gave you a puzzle is what I did.
Yeah. Why not? I love it because this is my favorite things I have right now are related to either Dune or Fury Road, and everybody seems to know that, and that's all. And that's all I could ask for on my birthday.
It kind of makes it easy to get you stuff. It's like, all right, what do you have? He's registered at Warner Brothers, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, Warner Brothers. It's also Dune, right?
I think so.
Oh,
I think so. I can't remember.
They have the two best IPs in the history of the internet or of the movie world. That's fantastic. What is it? Oh, her hand. Kim found her hand.
Oh, good.
It's Gianni's hand. Okay.
And her knife is intact, I hope. Well, I figured all that stuff can be glued.
There it is. Knife's good.
There it is. Good. Knife is good. Okay.
So she did some real weird stuff on Euphoria, but I think this hand is probably clean now, so it's fine. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
I guess I need to work on my packaging skills, apparently.
Nah, my guess is I blame USPS for everything. They those guys toss stuff around. Who knows? I bet if I looked at the camera, they probably hurled it up the steps. Oh, look at that. That looks so good. Well, that's going right next to Furiosa. Is that the same artist, 3D artist as the Furiosa model?
No, different artist, but same size. Printed the same 1/6 scale so that they can be little shelf buddies.
Where did I put her? I can't find where I put her. I put her somewhere safe, thankfully. Oh, she's over. Yeah, there she is. Can you hand me to her? So just so the chat can see this, hand me to her. So this is the Furiosa one that Brian did. This has been, what was this, Christmas you did, I think?
I think Christmas, yeah. Was it? Yeah, I think it was Christmas or maybe birthday last year.
Look at this 3D printing job, you guys.
Yeah, and that's with the zenithal painting, and then just the, and then I did, of course, hand paint her metallic arm.
I am gonna do. I think I'm gonna do the forehead thing. There's like the dark. I'm scared though to do it. That's partly why these. That's why I haven't painted the others. I'm terrified.
Here's the thing: paint can be covered up with more paint. So if it doesn't come out the way you want, put more paint on it.
That's a good point. More paint, more problems. Yeah,
that's right.
Well, awesome. Thank you for that, and everybody else. And I know there's like 2 or 3 things over at the PO box. I apologize, I didn't have them here yet, but they just arrived. So whoever sent those, I'll make sure you get thanks in the next day or so. But it's very nice. Thank you very much, everybody. I don't feel nearly as old when I get cool things, especially stuff I nerd out about.
There you go.
Brian, I don't know if you knew this. Well, you know what? I'm going to skip this and use this later. I'm going to talk about Greg from Texas who has advice for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do that in the after, like a post recommendals.
Yeah, I can save that. Greg from Texas wrote, you need to wait. Oh, this is some advice. He says, you need to wait till Black Friday or for Hulu deals. I got a 99 cent per month for 12 months and Disney Plus add-on for $2 for the same amount of time. So at first I thought, when I first got this, I went, oh, this is like Prime. You could probably get a Prime deal, but Prime's got nothing to do with Hulu or Disney. So then I did a little more digging, and it's true, right? Black Friday every year, they have, sometimes, I don't think it's always, but they have these deals. And if I'd have known that, I would have done that last year.
That's an insane deal, though. 99 cents a month for 12 months.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
So you're paying for an entire year of Hulu. Maybe, I guess it's probably Hulu plus ads or something, but they might have deals on the, I mean, every level that they offer might have a really good deal like that.
Yeah, that's really something. We also got a note from, let's see who this is from. This is from Craig in the UK. This is for you, Brian. It's a question follow-up. He says, hi again, sausage and bacon. I guess I'm sausage and you're bacon.
I guess so. Yep.
I asked Brian if he ever had any canceled fares and what recourse he had and what happened. We're talking about your Lyft stuff.
Yeah.
And I had the sudden realization while he was talking about it that maybe, just maybe, the internet had lied to me again. These videos, he says these videos are probably faked content. Gosh darn it. My one defense is I've never used these kinds of services before, so I'm naive to the details of it all. But rest assured, I am now more educated and feel ready to brave the world of social media once again, says Craig. P.S. Love the show, though. I mean, I can't tell. Like, I saw a video today of police tackling a dude at a mall.
Yeah.
And it was brutal, but also I've gotten to the point where my critical brain goes, wait a minute, let's watch that again.
And I think it's fake. See, that's unfortunately where I start now. Like anything I see, it's kind of like the old what was America's Funniest Home Videos, where basically the first thing is like the first few times you watch the show, it's like, oh my gosh, that guy just got hit in the nuts. Oh, it's great. Oh my God, the kid went down the sled and then the sled stopped and the kid slid down some poop. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And then this other guy's like exercising and he dropped the weights on his toe. Ha. But then you start looking like, wait a minute. All right. So, and those aren't good examples of this, but you start wondering like, all right, this has to be staged. Why would they be filming the thing that they were filming to get that moment? It probably happened to them, but they weren't filming and they said, oh, let me recreate this. Or they said, oh, wouldn't it be funny if blah, blah, blah. And so they recreate it there. So now because of all that, it's like, as soon as I see a video, the first thing is like, all right, how'd they fake it? How does it, how is it BS?
Yeah.
And if I can't figure out a way it's BS, then I start to believe that it's true.
Yeah. And then find alternate sources. Maybe that does it. So it's like, you're absolutely right. The first litmus test should be how good of a shot is it? And why did it get filmed exactly when it needed to be filmed for a thing that's supposed to be random and chaotic? And unless they were like 100 yards away at a GameStop filming something else and caught it out of the corner of their eye and then maybe rushed to it, I mean, those things I believe more. I don't know why when you're faking your videos, you don't think of that one, because that's so obvious.
Right. Yeah.
Because you could fake more randomness, like start the video halfway through, shake your camera around a little bit, like it was a spur of the moment thing where you had to hurry up and get your phone going.
Exactly. Right. And that would make it look a little bit more believable, or it would increase the veracity of, how it looks. But yeah, it's turned us kind of, all that stuff has just kind of turned us all into skeptics now, where we're not quite to the level of, as soon as we see something we don't like, fake news, but we are skeptics now in the way that we look at things, and AI is just going to push us. Like we thought it was bad when we had to watch videos of what made that, why were they filming when that bat flew in the window and scared the lady? There was no reason for them to be filming when that bat flew in the window. I guess that's another bad example. Animals and kids you can't really stage as well as adults who know what they're doing. But
I get your point though. Like if you're gonna tell me something's real, I think it's so, like anything, you don't want to swing too far in any one direction. Yes, I think it's a healthy place to be skeptical immediately. But where I could get personally in trouble is if I get to that point where I'm just discounting everything simply because I've been fooled before. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's hard.
I don't want to be there. I don't want to be the, lose my entire childlike wonder when I see something that amazes me. Yeah. But I also don't want to just want to take it for granted that it's real. And like Mr. Pancake, totally real. Totally not staged. Yep. That guy was totally in a onesie and he totally had gerbils in his pants.
Yep. And he has a freaking there are arrest records, like public records and all this stuff. Like you can do your
thank
follow-up.
goodness for Mr. Pancake. But everything beyond that is it falls into question.
Although I appreciate that cop for embracing his opportunity.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
Because he could have just gone straight, but he's like, you know what? I'm gonna say, in the name of the law, Mr. Pancake.
Right.
And you're gonna, and it doesn't make it fake. It just means that guy knows what horse he's riding. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. May as well. I wish more cops were more self-aware of their their body cams.
Yeah, right. It just kind of played into it, like I said, this might end up on the internet. Let's have some fun. Yeah. No one's in danger here. We just found a guy in a leopard print onesie on a park bench with gerbils in his pants. Yeah. Let's give the people what they want.
As long as
Mr. Pancake.
Yeah, Mr. Pancake, full of gerbils, just like you'd expect from a guy named Mr.
Flip over,
Pancake.
Mr. Pancake. You're done on that side.
I ate too many blueberries. I'm gonna barf. Blueberry pancake. Those sound good right now.
It does, yes.
I don't really eat pancakes anymore.
Stealing gerbils are up.
Yeah, that's it. Syrup.
I tried. It didn't work so well.
Sir, get up. Sir, up. We said up. Sir, up. but better not do this again. I better not see
there you. Go. Yeah, that's better. That's good. Yeah.
I'm all out of pancake references. That's all I got. Is there any more? I think
this
that's
is the awfully last time that we're going to have to do this, Mr. Pancake.
Brian brought waffles into it, and now it's controversial because those people don't get along.
Oh, I've crossed the streams. Bah!
Well, anyway, thank you, Craig in the UK. We appreciate your follow-up and your acknowledgement that sometimes some of this stuff can, this is a good step in your progress. So good job.
That's right.
All right, we got to play a game because, boy, is the time ticking away.
It is.
So we're going to get Tadpooly feud.
Quick note just to pass along to Kim. Maybe while you're doing the show, have her take and just kind of wipe off any of that stuff. In case it is resin, have her wipe any of that stuff off the model and then wash her hands because if it is resin. I'm thinking, sometimes with the holes in those things, sometimes resin can leak out. Yeah, it might be on your hands too.
It might be. What is
Don't touch your eyes.
What does resin do? Is it like a toxic thing if you're not careful?
It's not going to eat your skin away if that's what you're asking.
Oh, good. Because that would be a weird gift to get for a birthday.
Yeah. It just, you might finally throw up if you were to put your fingers in your mouth, which I know there's no danger of that. But.
No, there's none. I can promise you my fingers will not go in my mouth today.
Yeah. Just in case that's resin, though.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. I will have her do such.
I think immediately touches his nose. Great.
If I know, well, yeah, but with this part of my hand. So.
I'm kidding.
Got no resin here.
I know, no resin. You're safe there. Yeah.
Yeah, just skin cells. All right, we're going to get Dunaway in it. We're going to play a game. You guys need to call me, too. I'll take the fourth caller today, and you do it on Discord. You send me a private message saying you want in, and if you are the fourth person, you will be in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to play a game. It's called Tadpooly Feud, and we welcome our friend Brian Dunaway to play it with us once more. Hi, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
Hello, Brian.
Oh, it's nice to see you. How are you, man? You doing
so
all right?
Good to see you guys. I'm doing it. You know, it's a weird day. I got a notification on OneDrive that I was getting close to my storage limit, and I was like, oh, let me delete a couple of things. And as always, this happens. There's always a lot of photos involved, and looking back through photos over the years and going, oh, man. No, I'm sad.
Yeah.
Life is so fast.
I don't like it.
Life is so fast, man.
I don't like it.
It's like
it's too fast.
I don't either. It's the hardest parts were not the parts that I thought, because I was like, oh man, I'm gonna look at some pictures of when I was younger doing like the podcasting and stuff, and it ended up being the stuff like the little things like going to Disney Worlds with the kids and stuff, and it's like, oh, if I'd have known it was going to be the last time, I would have.
You would have done it
done
different.
more.
That's right.
No, you would, because in the moment, I remember in the moment, I was like, I was hot and I was tired, and I just wanted to get home.
Well, as my sister would say, live in the moment, and don't have too many regrets. Just think of yourself as moving through stuff, or whatever. I have no real regrets other than
baby.
If somebody gave me a time machine, what I would want, is let me be 10 or 11 again. Like, let me just perpetually be 10 or 11 and then do those years over forever. I would love that.
I was thinking about that on the way home to get on this call, and I was like, you know what? No, I hated those times. I hated who I was then. I didn't like that I didn't have any control. My parents were in control of me. I was like, well, by high school. And I'm like, no, I hated that too. And I'm like, well, when was I really happy? I'm pretty happy right now. So I just deal with it, Brian.
Yeah, deal with it. Just freaking deal with it.
That is one of those great questions, though. Like, if basically when you died, you were given the ability to live your life on repeat in any 2 or 3 year span.
Yeah.
What age would you choose?
I think I would do 10 through 12, just before puberty and junior high decided to rear its ugly head.
Just before puberty.
Right there. Give me that chunk of time. I don't know what I mean. The thing is, would you be knowledgeable that you were sent back, Brian, or is this a thing where you wouldn't know?
Oh, that's an interesting question. No, I don't think. I think that wouldn't
I
work
think you
if you
should
were,
not be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it wouldn't work as well if you had the knowledge, because boy, could you screw things up.
Plus, it'd be a living hell, wouldn't it?
I'm going to invent a smartphone at the age of 11.
I'm going to invest in Apple because I know some things about the future.
Yeah, it's going to be ignorance is going to be the bliss there, right? Because that way you don't fiddle fart with it. You just exist in the moment.
Well, let's see if we can fiddle fart a little bit with our friend McAddict, who is our fourth caller today. Hello, McAddict. How are you?
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. It's nice to have you here, man.
I used to get all your magazines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I see. How's your addiction going? Have you found, support and all that, or how's that going for you?
Still trying, man.
Oh, it's
still trying.
Yeah. I thought so. It's not McAddict, like he's up in the attic.
No.
Like a Scottish attic.
Yeah. It's more of a smack.
I don't think addict ends with a T.
Yeah. It's McAddict.
Maybe not where you live.
Yeah. 89 though. That's a good year. I liked 89.
Oh, yeah.
I assume that's just because you love Taylor Swift. It's nothing to do with your birth year or anything like that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Total Swiftie.
Excellent. Well, let's get to it here. Brian Ibbett, you've got the rules and the regulations, so why don't you tell us how this works?
Let me flip through my guide here. Oh, here it is. It's time to play the Tadpooly feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers they gave us. It's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. McAddict. I like that.
McAddict.
Your job is more important than ever, because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. If your Mick team wins, you will get a Mick prize package that includes Heimrich and 762 Hard Life, both on Steam, neither of which do I have any idea. I don't even know why that one called Hard Life has a 7,62 in front of it, but that might be part of the game. It might be a typo.
Normally I've got at least a cursory knowledge of the games, and I don't know either of these.
Indeed it is. It's a fan-made enhanced version of the original Tactical Sim 762 High Caliber.
Of course.
I don't know what that is. Never heard of that either. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Oh, they're both. You know what? They're both reviewed really well, so you can't go wrong. I think you're gonna do. I think you're gonna do great
have
today.
Fun with these, yeah.
Yeah.
Heinrich looks cool. Look at that art style. Oh my
I know,
gosh!
right? Isn't that rad? It's not on Mac though, unfortunately.
Sorry, McAddict.
Sorry, McAddict.
Hopefully
You'll have to,
access to a McPC.
Yeah, or a Steam Deck. Either one will get you there.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's play this game. I'm very excited. What's our topic?
Listen, he's a Mac addict. He can figure out how to run it in whatchamacallit mode, boot camp, or there's better options now.
Whatchamacallit mode.
They are new ones. What are the new good ones?
New ones, yeah.
Yeah.
There's one that's like
Obviously, you're well versed in them.
Not Spotlight. Anyway, yeah, there's one where you can actually just have a window that's PC instead of having to reboot your computer in it. Anyway, let's get to your question here. That's what we're here for. Name. Okay, here we go. We asked 514 tadpoolers. Yes, hands on your buzzers. Yeah. We asked 514 tadpoolers to give their best answer to this. Name a stop motion animated movie.
Oh my gosh.
Chicken Run.
Show me Chicken Run.
Number
2 points. One answer will beat it. That's the number 2 answer on the board.
Really?
Brian, do you have an idea what number 1 might be?
Some kind of nightmare sometime around Christmas time, maybe.
No, that's a good call.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Show me the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Shit.
Brian, the number 1 answer, which means you get McAddict and you get control of the board.
Me and McAddict gonna cut it up. What's up?
8 answers left on the board. We asked the Tadpool to name a stop-motion animated movie. These remaining 8 answers are the highest votes of what they said.
I've got a couple in my head. How about you, Mac?
The one that instantly came to mind for me was Wallace and Gromit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that. What about the trousers? What about the cheese?
Well,
I think that's a great question.
These are movies. I don't know what the chat would do. The chat might, or the Tadpool may say something different, but that Wrong Trousers was a short film, never theatrical. I don't think they did the theatrical until they did the one.
What if we just say Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
That is not enough information for me.
There you go.
Oh, you bastard.
They may have. I mean, Wrong Trousers is so classic.
Names of those.
They're so good.
Well, there's a whole bunch of them.
There's the Were Rabbit one. Remember?
Yeah.
Curse of the Were Rabbit. The sheep one. The sheep one was a short.
Mm-hmm.
Then they did a full movie for the sheep on his own. I'm kind of an Aardman nerd, but
from Ibbott. From Scott Johnson here.
Yeah, sorry. Why am I helping?
I hope you're writing all those down, by the way.
I'm only trying to, I'm just here to help McAddict. I don't care about Dunaway.
If we're afraid, I've got it. If we're not sure about that disc yet, I got a few more stop motions that I wouldn't mind saying. But
do it.
Where do you think? What do you think we should do? All right, let's do some Coraline.
Oh, that's a good one. Shit.
All right. Show me Coraline.
Yeah,
number 3, and I did combine the 3 answers of people who spelled it Caroline.
Caroline. It's a Caroline.
Yeah. Carolines. I had Carolines or Carolones or whatever.
Caroline is where I can go get money if I don't have my paycheck yet, right? I can just
right.
24-hour Caroline.
That sounds right.
That's right.
And Win Megas is right.
Now,
Scott has already won the best prizes for my birthday today. You're right. These are all way cooler than anything I could win today. So I want McAddict to win. All right, I really do.
Right.
Dunaway, it's still your turn. You and McAddict.
I've got a few more, Mac. What do you think? We want to go back to the Wallace and Gromit?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Go for it.
All right, then I'm going to go with our collection of. We're really big into stop motion around here, so we have The Nightmare Before Christmas. We don't have Chicken Run, oddly, but we do have Caroline. And usually, if those aren't using, yeah, that's right, a Coraline, Caroline, the wrong mom, the other mother. If we're not watching those, then we usually fire up the Corpse Bride. What do you think about that one? And there's one more that we often fire up too, and it's also about cheese. Weird.
Yeah, it is.
Is that the one you're saying? Are you saying Corpse Bride is your answer?
I think so. I think we should say the Corpse Bride.
Let's
see what Johnny Depp thinks about that.
Do it. All right. Okay. Show me Corpse Bride.
Number
10 answer on the board. Look at all those points. 14 total points for Brian. 2 points for Scott. No strikes on the board.
That. No strikes on the board. We're going to start falling apart here, though, because I got a couple more. The one that I love that my watch partner doesn't watch with me always is the Box Trolls. I love Box Trolls. It's such a good one, but I don't know how many people like
I
that one.
love the Box Trolls. I'm a giant fan. That's
Box
another
Trolls.
Latka. What's the name of the
Like
Lake
Laika?
Lake? I always say Lake, but
I don't know how to
Laika.
say it. Yeah, but that's a underrated one of those. I love that movie. So
Yeah.
I'm with you.
What do you think, McAddict? Should we say thing?
Yes.
Should we
You gotta
say
think
the
about
thing?
that.
Did you forget
Yes.
the name?
Yes.
You didn't already forget the name,
No,
right?
Box Trolls.
Okay, Box
No,
Trolls.
I just wanted. I just listened. I wanted to listen to anything else. I didn't want to push my agenda. Box Trolls.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
All
like
right.
it.
All right. Show me Boxtrolls.
Oh, I knew it.
Number 21
You
on the list.
uncultured
People said it,
swine.
but not enough to make the top 10.
I feel you, dude.
Man, the
I-
cheese in that
No,
movie is so good.
I feel
It's
you.
really
I
good.
freaking
Yeah.
love that one. All right, now we're into the potential weird zone. Let's go with another
That's right.
Leica production. I like Kubo and the Two Strings a lot.
Oh, that's a good one.
Kubo and
I didn't-
those
I didn't-
two strings.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Show me Kubo and the two strings.
Yeah.
Number 4 answer on the board, bringing Scott up to 6.
Mm.
Just 8
Oh.
points behind Bry and McAddict.
You don't think we got
Brian.
you don't think we got any weirdos who are like trying to bring back those Christmas, heat miser things or anything like that, right?
That'd be
weird.
great.
Well, all right. I think it's going to be more recent stuff, so I'm going to go with I just forgot the name. The Wes Anderson. Fantastic Mr.
there you
Fox.
go.
That's the one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that one.
Okay.
I may
Yeah,
do the
good.
other one too, but we'll see. We'll see how this
Show
goes.
me
Yeah.
that symmetrical movie, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 6 answer on the board. Bringing
Those-
Scott up to 12, just 2 points behind McAddict
Oh.
and Brian. Oh my gosh.
That's scary. Oh my God.
I mean, I still want him to win, but I'm not going to throw it away. So let's
You
go
should
with.
not. You should give your best effort.
I really, I hope people liked it enough that somewhere in 7, 8, or 9 we have Isle of Dogs.
Hello, dogs.
I love
That's right.
dogs. I love dogs.
I
It's
love
such
dogs.
a great movie.
All right, show me I love dogs.
Oh, you guys are wrong.
But that was number 11. So
Number
you get
11.
another guess.
Oh, look
Oh.
at you. Oh, wow. Was that good?
I
That's
love
no points, though.
The
No points.
the number 11
Yeah.
conundrum
Save.
or theorem. The number 11 theorem.
Yeah.
The word is that I'm
let's
looking for.
let's do family favorite.
Gambit. The number 11 gambit.
I like that. Let's do a family favorite and go with James and the Giant Peach.
Damn it. That's the next one I have in my head.
I don't know why I put the emphasis on giant, but whatever.
James and the giant.
Giant peach.
Show, show me James and the giant peach.
Oh, really?
My God!
Yeah. That was number 17. Number 17 for James and giant peach.
Y'all are insane. Insane. All right. You guys
It's a
know.
good one. That's a classic, though. But, people kind of forgot about that one. It was really big for a while, and they just kind of forgot about it.
They should go
Yeah.
back. It's the
Yeah.
Roald Dahl. It's one of my. No, I love that one. So good. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
I
what do
think
you
you're
got?
right, though. I think we should revisit that Wallace and Gromit now. I think we've kind of loosened up a little bit. I
Mhm.
think we should do I think the Curse of the Were-Rabbit was probably the biggest one that people
Yeah,
probably
Claire's
remember.
been yelling it for a little bit, so let's go ahead. And
Oh,
do
Claire.
that.
Well, Claire's saying we got to do it.
Oh,
then,
well,
then we can tell
sure.
her that she was wrong. Yeah.
I do love that movie. It's so good. All right.
All right.
They were window
right.
washers in that movie, by the way. That was their job in that movie. Window washing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why I remember that detail, but I do.
I've only seen 2, and I don't think I saw that one, but I think I need to see it.
Oh, you would
All
love
right.
it. So good.
I'm sure I would. All right, show me Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Oh,
number
my
12.
gosh.
Number 12
Oh,
on the board.
man.
Or not on the board,
there at
under
the
the board.
edge.
Under the board, beyond the board.
Just barely under the board.
on.
It's been waterboarded. All
That's
right.
right.
Well,
Scott.
ooh, this is
4
complicated.
answers on the board still.
Then I think wrong trousers probably got put in here.
There too. You're probably right.
Let me do all
Yeah.
the P's I can do. Let's do the wrong trousers thing, and this will be a good test too to see if I'm smoking crack. So.
Sure. Testing that
No, I
pea
think it's
filter.
not.
Show
You're
me Wallace and Gromit, The Wrong Trousers.
Oh, he said the words.
Oh,
That
it
means
worked.
It's on there.
It's
Number
I know. He said the
9.
words. It means it's on there.
So
Dang
not
it.
not technically a
21
movie.
to 14.
I guess short film's still a movie, right? That counts.
Short film, still a film.
Yeah, that counts. I mean, do you call them movies though? You know what I mean?
Right. I know, because the question wasn't in the stop action or stop motion animated movie.
Yeah.
Not yeah.
But the Tadpool's right to put it in there. I like it. Okay, well.
No, yeah, you say that now since you got the points. While it goes like, goobers.
I wonder if Shaun the Sheep is in here. That movie's great. It's a spin out from the third short or spin off. He's doing Brody's in the mall parking lot. Yeah, I think I want to go there and say Shaun the Sheep.
Okay, all right. Show me
Cheese,
Shaun
Gromit.
the Sheep. It was a TV show. But there was a movie.
There was.
Oh,
Great.
you.
Yeah, there's totally a movie.
You were so right. See, McAddict? Oh,
Now we
we could have
just-
just nailed down the right one.
Now we just have to fill this in. If I can fill
That's
this in,
right.
I won't feel bad.
That's right. 2 answers left on the board. Brian and McAddict have no way to win the game, but McAddict can still get the prizes if you clear the
In that
board. And
case-
there's still 3 strikes between the two of you, and only 3 answers on the board, or 2 answers on the board. You guys can get this.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about
In that
it.
case, I'll give you the 2 that I love, Scott, and you can choose if you want to or not. Paranorman, which
Well-
I love. We watched that on Halloween,
Well,
as well
it's
as Monster House.
Yeah, I was going to say Paranorman was my next guess. I think that's
Yeah.
safe. Another Leica thing, but that really put him on the board. So yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Paranorman.
All right. Show me Paranorman.
Shit buckets.
Number 25 on the board.
Oh, it's so
Really?
good though.
Yeah. Or 25 in the
Love me
list.
some Monster House as well.
Tally
I
hates
love
stop motion.
9.
Yeah.
What's that?
I was
Don't
just
listen to
noticing Tally in the chat is hates stop motion. Doesn't like how it makes him feel weird to look at it, or makes her feel weird. It's like, what was it this show, or it was maybe another show we were talking about how? Oh no, it was on Core, because the Spider-Verse movies make some people really feel weird because
jarring.
of the.
It's right, sure.
Yeah, so I think there's probably one of those deals where you just can't do it. Anyway, all right. So where are you guys at? Sorry, what did we choose? We're trying to help each other here, right?
Well, yeah. We just said the wrong one, which was going to be Paranorman. The other one we watched during Halloween typically is Monster House.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Oh, I like that one too. That one's
regardless.
a really good movie.
But
That was the first Blu-ray I ever bought. Bought it for Tristan.
Oh,
Monster House.
Nice.
Yeah.
My first one was Nightmare Before Christmas. Funny enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Well, technically, same day I got Fifth Element, so I think it.
Well, all roads eventually lead to Fifth Element.
Yeah. I always go there. All right. I don't know, you guys. You want to try that Monster House? It's a family favorite for a lot of people.
am I up or is it Scott?
You're up. Yeah,
you're up.
It's up. Oh, that house. Yeah, I guess well, we'll just ask our friend here then. What do you think about it, McAddict? You think we should try the Monster House?
I think so.
All right.
I think
Okay,
we
all right.
should go with it. The Monster House. Yes.
Okay, show me Monster House.
Oh,
Son of a
Monster
butthole.
Third strike.
Chad is
Nice.
saying Monster House is CGI. Is that true? I thought it was stop
Well, I
motion.
mean, yeah, it's CGI, but it's stop motion.
Is it?
But they put the wrong trousers on there. We could do this. Come on.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a fair point. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think was Kubo also like CGI to make it look like it was stop motion, or was it real stop motion?
No, that one was real stop
think
motion, but
Kubo was real.
they included a bunch of CG elements like background stuff and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Box Trolls too, I guess. Let's see. Shit. I can't think of anything else. I mean, there's the third.
There's that 9 movie that but does anybody
No
know
one
that?
remembers
There's
that.
two left.
That was also CG. that
Nobody
wasn't
knows that
stop
one.
motion. That was CG. I feel like Frank and Weenie keeps getting mentioned in the chat. So if we screw this up, I blame them. This is on them. All right.
Ooh, there we go. Let's blame the audience.
Yeah.
That's always a smart
I will
move.
blame the audience if this is
That goes
wrong.
well.
So let's go with Frank and Weenie. I don't know what else to try.
All right, sounds good.
Frank
Show
and
me
Weenies.
that really early Tim Burton thing, Frank and Weenie.
Damn it!
Show me your thinking, Weenie.
Third
You missed
strike,
it.
Yeah.
They redid it though, right? Didn't that get remade?
They redid it. Yeah, they redid it with actual like real stop motion. It was I think he originally drew all the stuff for Frank and Weenie. Did he actually even do like an animated deal? I think he did, right?
Or that, or it was like a live action thing or something. Or am I thinking of? I might be.
I think he did like a little, a real cheap animated version of Frankenweenie first, and then they came back and said, let's really do this thing up right.
Yeah, his reel, his little reel he did probably. Yeah.
Hey, let's see what answers are still left on the board. You know,
all the Tool videos.
Yeah.
The rest of Wallace and Gromit shorts.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're not too far off. I was hoping you guys would stay on the Wallace and Gromit train. Number 5.
Close Shave.
Their first one, Grand Day Out. Their first
Grand Day Out's a great one.
That one is such a weird one. That's just Nick Park on his own, making his thing. And it doesn't hold up, but you could see the magic coming. Like it was like, special. Something special coming out.
Is that the one that didn't the studio burn down after that one or something?
No. That's way later. That was after
way later?
Chicken Run or Were Rabbit. It was it wasn't like theatrical. This thing he made back in like the 80s, like 89 or 90 or something.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
And that one, basically, if people, because there were so many answers for Were Rabbit and the Wrong Trousers and stuff, if somebody just put Wallace and Gromit and didn't put an identifier, I lumped it into this one because this was the first movie. There was no other way for me to like make it fair and have you know, like if you said Wallace and Gromit and didn't say a movie, then you wouldn't be inclined to guess The Wrong Trousers or Curse of the Were Rabbit later on, because you might think I lumped them all together.
Right.
Let's see what number 7 is. You kind of started going down this path and then didn't continue with it. It's
Close Shave.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I knew that.
Damn it! I was so sure that
was it Rankin Bass, the old Rankin Bass animation.
Yeah.
Let's look at what some of the other answers were lower in the list. Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
People put those in there. They had stop motion elements, but not fully stop motion.
Sure.
Frankenweenie was number 15, by the way, so it did make the list. Gumby, Mad God. I've never even heard of Mad God.
Oh, Mad God is so good. It's new, though.
Good?
It came out on Shudder. It's very weird. Do not recommend it for people who are squeamish or...
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like Tally, avoid Mad God. You don't want to see that one. That one will
like
make
a
you feel weird.
Hara stop motion animation.
Yeah,
thing.
it's very weird, but highly regarded. People really like it. It's pretty cool.
The very recent and Jenny Slate involved Marcel the Shell with Shoes On was number 19. 9 did make the list at number 20. 9's great. Frosty the Snowman, another one of those.
9 was CG. That's so weird.
That was animation, wasn't it?
Well, 9 was CG, so I don't know why they chose that.
Yeah,
so that's
it was still presented in a CG, but it was still in an animated way.
Was it?
A stop motion.
I didn't feel like they herky jerkied it. It felt like it was just smooth.
I feel like 9 looked like it was CG that was made to look like it was stop motion.
I just don't remember, I guess. All right.
It reminded me of what was that game with Sackboy on the PlayStation? That's what 9 reminded me of.
Planet.
Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet. Right.
That song, by the way, that bing 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 song came up the other day in a playlist. I'm like, I'd forgotten about this song. What a great song. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio came in at number 23. King Kong, again, stop motion elements in a live action film. Requiem for a Tuesday got a couple votes. That's that was from Parks and Rec. That was a little stop motion animation thing that what's his face did. Adam Scott's character. Team America World Police. Nope, you people did not understand the assignment. Those are marionettes and not stop motion animation.
Did anybody say the PJs with the Eddie Murphys?
Nobody said
not
the
a
PJs.
movie?
California Raisins, Cars, Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street, Fantastic Planet, Fievel Goes West. Yes, these are all answers that people gave. Harvey Crumpet, Jack Stauber's Opal, Lego Batman, Rudolph's Shiny New Year, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, South Park, kind of, It's cut paper stop motion, but
not anymore.
Star Crash,
that was computed.
The Hobbit, the Pirates Band of Misfits, Toy Story, and Wallace and Gromit Close Shave.
Well, they were right on the last one. Most of those, they were incorrect. Toy Story, holy shit.
Toy Story, I know, yeah.
Also, I looked at the trailer for 9. It's 100% CG, not trying to look like stop motion to me.
I think it. I mean, looking at it right now, that...
I mean, the characters are, because they look like little bags and stuff, but they're not herky-jerky. It's just smooth CG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Smooth CG, like my front.
It looks like any CG to me.
Yeah, at the time, I feel like it reminded me of that, but I see, looking at it now, it's kind of like Robots was. You remember that movie Robots, where they were made to look like real life little things, and not look like the slick CG that we're kind of used to with stuff like Toy Story and
Robots is underrated. I like that movie.
Plus, it was Tim
agree.
Burton.
Yeah. By the way, the Rankin Bass stuff. This is just a funny little aside. They look like the Trump-Biden debates. Let me show you. Hold on. I'll put it.
The Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Yeah, Heat Miser.
Look at those.
Yeah.
Doesn't that? I mean, if that may as well be a debate photo right there.
Yeah, love it.
That actually is kind of awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Well, there you go. You know what that means? It means, unfortunately, this. We have a loser, but we don't think of him as a loser. He's a winner in our hearts and minds. But man, it's sad. It's a little sad. But don't worry, there'll be a future time where you get to come in and try to defend your name. Did you enjoy yourself at least today?
Oh, I did, and happy birthday, Scott.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. May all your Macs be addicting. All right, there he goes. Dunaway, it is our time this weekend, Friday. We are going to get together at 1:30 Mountain Time at frogpants.tv, and we are going to talk all about a very, very old arcade game.
Yes, Gradius. Yep. Gradius, thank you very much. We're going to talk about that early shoot-'ems-ups.
It's like Tempest without the vector.
Kind of. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Well, no, wait. Gradius was more. I always say Gradius. Is it Gradius or Gradius? I don't know.
Gradius.
Oh, Gradius.
Isn't that the one where you're flying in a circle?
Here.
No, it's going.
Why don't I just post the name in the chat there?
It's going. It's not vertical, horizontal shooter. More like.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Like Scramble.
Gyrus. Thank you, the Wraith 86 Gyrus. Gradius contains the word radius, so maybe that's why I think it's a circle.
That's right. It's perfect.
No, it's perfect.
Well,
perfectly normal.
About it.
Yeah. It's a really, really great series. I love Gradius. If you like side-scrolling bullet hell, that whole era, it's one of the best by far. So.
Konami did it good. Konami did it real good. Got your power-ups, got your shoot-'em-ups. It's really good. Yep. And we're going to talk about the ones that were at the arcade and that eventually did make it to some home consoles here in the U.S. So we're going to be talking about 1, 2, 3, and 4, even though 2 kind of never made it here. Sort of, kind of, until later.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. No, that's great. I'm looking forward to it. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. In the meantime, Brian Dunaway, have a fantastic week, okay?
No, you.
We look forward to seeing you.
And so much more.
All right. Bye now. Where are we now? Oh, it's time to take a break. When we come back from this break, we are going to spend some time with Tom Merritt. We're going to talk some tech. We're going to move on from that to recommendals. It's just going to be a fun old time. So stick around for all of that stuff while Brian brings up a song and tells us all about it.
Yeah, there's so much to get to. Let's get to this first. An LA power trio that goes by the name Junior Juggernaut. They got a brand new LP coming out called Another Big Explosion. This thing comes out in about a month, a little under a month, August 9th on Mind Power Records. Big thanks to Earshot Media for this one. But this is the first single, just came out. And if you like folks like The Replacements, Husker Du, and even Neil Young, I think you're going to like this. It's got that kind of garage rock kind of feel to it. Here's the first single. It's called Everything I Touch. The band is Junior Juggernaut.
Hey, ladies out there, if y'all ever date a man, please watch out for a guy.
I'm Vincent, the leader. What do you want?
And we're back. Tell me who that was again.
Sure. That's a band called Junior Juggernaut. I'm Junior Juggernaut, bitch. From their brand new album coming out next month called Another Big Explosion. That's the first single. It's called Everything I Touch.
Nice. That's excellent. We're going to bring Tom in, and we're going to talk about a very timely topic that is also, I believe, going to be what we talk about in more length on the show today on DTNS. So this will be a good test of whether or not people want to talk about this. I would argue that Stephanie Innipets may want to ignore what we're going to talk about. All right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you'll find out shortly what that's all about as we call Tom and bring him in.
We want Tom.
We do want Tom. Good news is he's wantable and has wanted to be on. So he's here to be on.
I've been found wanting.
You've been found
to
wanting.
Be on.
That's right. And we're happy to give you what you want. All right.
Yeah.
Tom,
And I want you to want me.
I do too. There's almost a song. There's a song in there somewhere. Tom Merritt, everybody. He is the Tom Merritt you've all heard of, the guy that knows all about the tech stories. And every day he works tirelessly to get them ready for the Daily Tech News Show. Today is no different.
Ooh, I get tired.
You get a little tired? Okay.
Yeah, but I push through.
I've never understood that phrase because it actually means... It more means that you're tired than it does anything else, right?
Yeah.
Because like,
right.
oh, he worked tirelessly to bring this to you.
Tirelessly, right?
That
He
tells
works
me
without
he's
getting tired.
Less tiredness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very weird.
He works with less tiredness.
Yeah. It's very strange. But anyway, it's good to have you here. We're going to talk mostly mobile. This also applies to other kind of games, but I think this is an interesting subject you brought up in your text to me earlier, and I'm very much looking forward to exploring it because I think it's interesting. Most people assume the opposite of what you found. So let's lay it out. What are we talking about today?
ComScore issued its 2024 State of Gaming report. And what the company does is survey just about 5,000 people between the ages of 18 and 65. They conducted the survey back in March. Ask them a bunch of questions like, do you play video games? How often do you play video games, etc. The 5,000 respondents all played video games at least once a month, and possibly multiple times a week. Interestingly, 77% of them played on more than one platform. So these respondents aren't specifically console, hard, PC or mobile.
Sure.
40% played across all platforms. So console, PC, and mobile. What they found is that a third of them said in-game ads affected their gaming experience negatively. That means 2/3 either said, don't care, I'm neutral, or I like ads. I feel positive about them. And that's the part, Scott, that you were referring to as, hold on a minute. If you look at the internet and see social media, you'll know for sure that at least 3 people have told me how awful ads in video games are, and it ruins their experience. So doesn't everyone hate ads? What I would say about this, the Variety article, I think, is a little bit too positive. 45% say they don't mind watching pop-up ads. That means 55% do mind watching pop-up ads. 34% said product placement make games feel more real. That, of course, also means that 2/3 don't feel that it makes games feel more real. But 34% may be more than you would have expected. Scott, I'm curious what you think of this, and Brian, you too. This makes me feel like gamers are just used to ads at this point. More of them than I would have thought don't mind, don't feel like it makes things negative, but we sort of are ambivalent. We don't love them, we don't hate them. It's just the way the world works now.
Yeah, embedded ads. Where are we now? About 16 years or something. Since this has been a thing, like 2008, you started to see them pop up in the first app store, and some of those apps had ads. And if you're talking about other platforms, integrated ads have been a thing since EA put ad paid for billboards in the game.
Yeah, right.
Wipeout, or no, not Wipeout. What the hell was that called? Anyway, Burnout Paradise. That game had the weirdest thing is you'd be like driving, and one day you'd see a Coke billboard. And you'd think, oh, that's interesting. There's Coke billboards in this game. And the next day, you'd be playing the game, and you'd go in that same stretch of freeway, and it was like a Ford ad. And you're like, wait a minute. They changed them? And you start to realize, oh, these can be dynamic.
Like, how did they change them so fast? Yeah. It takes a while to pull down a billboard. And
yeah, I mean, I guess in 2018 plus years, we've all had, or 2008 plus, we've had good internet, and it makes sense with online connected stuff all the time, especially the PC and mobile market. But anyway, the long and the short of it for me is this. I expected that number to be higher, people not liking it or even being adamantly against it. And I think that shows a little bit of my personal bias, because I came into that world not having that, and now they're there. I think there's a whole generation of people, probably part of this respondents group, who this is all they've known. And so it's normal to them. Or it's at the very least, they can put it out of their mind and not think about it. This doesn't get into games that are full of microtransactions or energy boosts or any of that stuff. This is just ads.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting focus, right? Because there's a whole other
Although,
aspect of this.
There's lots of other findings in the survey, including 82% say they have made an in-game purchase in a free game.
Right. And so proving it works, right? Well, we know it works because that's a huge part of this multi-billion-dollar industry.
They wouldn't do it if it didn't
They would have
work.
stopped. Yeah.
Right. People be like when Activision, when Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard King, everybody thought, oh, well, yeah, they're getting all those Blizzard IPs and all that Activision, that Call of Duty money. The real money is in the King acquisition, like the real dollars and cents.
Gems.
Yeah, it's huge. And no one ever thinks about it because it's not sexy. It's not interesting. It doesn't really make headlines. But that's where the money's at. Brian, you're a big-time mobile gamer.
I am.
How's it land on you when you see an ad in a thing, or if you're like me, I'm like, can I pay $3 and pay out of this thing? That's what I usually do.
Exactly. That is the first thing I think of, and I just did that. I actually just did that with the game I was talking about earlier, Gun Show. You get the full experience without paying for it, but if you want to restart a level, you have to watch an ad, or if you pay $3 or $4 or whatever, then you get to bypass all that. And for me, I look at it as twofold. It's like, all right, I'm getting something for this. I'm getting, this experience, full experience without ads. But I'm also, this is the way to support the developers of the game. I could, I don't get interested in watching a king nearly get doused by a bunch of lava as he's trying to get his money anymore, enticing me to play another game, whatever that is, Royal Match, which seems like the ad I get in every single other mobile game.
Yeah.
Which is one way you can support the developers, by following those links and buying the other games. So for me, it's like $5 to, if I really like a game, if I like a game even a little bit, I'll pay $5 to support the developers. I've probably, with season passes in Marvel Snap, I've probably paid maybe $100 total, maybe 150 total in the life of that game, year and a half that it's been around, or at least since season passes have been around, it's $10 a month. Sure. Totally worth it to me for the experience.
Yeah.
I guess that's not keeping ads out, because it's not like they're doing microtransactions to prevent ads, but that is why I do it for the most part. It's A, keep the ads away, B, support the developer. And if you have a game where you make me pay for something, but it doesn't take away the ads, I'm probably going to stop playing it.
Yeah, or if you have a game that doesn't have an option to pay up out of it, and all it is ads, and that's just the way they support it, I can't do it very long.
Ads between every level will definitely turn me off a game. The occasional ad on the bottom of the thing while I'm playing a game, I'll probably ignore it. But,
yeah. Science.
Well, and I think that's the thing about the 2/3, right? A bunch of those folks are ambivalent, right? They're like, I'm neutral. I don't love it. I don't think it's positive. Some people actually think it's positive, and maybe their logic is like, it supports the developer, like you were saying, Brian. But most people are like, it's fine as long as it doesn't get in the way. So yeah, if you drill down, there's going to be some games that are really annoying, and you stop playing because it's too annoying. I play a solitaire game that throws an ad up every once in a while, and I just sit there and I wait for it to time out. I don't love it. Doesn't enhance the experience, but I get to play it for free, so I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. I'll just wait for that thing to click off and turn out. It turns out that people don't take to social media to complain about how ambivalent they feel about ads, right? So the silent majority of people are just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. I don't love it, but it doesn't make me stop playing. In most cases,
this is perhaps the lesson of the discussion. Is another reason to just remind yourself that the echo chamber and the loudness of what is happening necessarily on your social feeds doesn't necessarily reflect the reality of it all. It's easy to just say these companies are greedy bastards, and in some cases they are. I'm not saying there aren't cases like that. What I'm saying though is things like this, they're doing them because they work. Right? People buy them, they click them, they do the thing they do. If they didn't, they wouldn't. It's really that simple. If it didn't work, they wouldn't do it. Now, you can say some of the practices are predatory, and I agree. Some of them are. They also take advantage of people who are perhaps more prone to just forgetting the value of their money and just throwing it away. This happens all the time. But some are more responsible about it. Like, there's a whole range there. But just, remember, the loudest voice isn't always the most popular.
Also,
the most accurate.
Yeah.
People lie.
Yeah, that's the other thing is they lie a lot. That's true. Lots of lies.
They do, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes people say like, well, I never play anything with ads.
Right,
And they definitely play things with ads, right? But they want to appear to be above that sort of thing. And so they say that. Now, of course, I don't mean you listening right now. You're very pure and honest and everything. But but there are sadly people like that out there.
They are. And I'm really grateful for there's supposedly a little bit of science starting to float around about the best methods. And one of them I heard from somebody who's in the business said, I wish I could point to his name or tell you where his channel is because I thought it was interesting. I used to work at Blizzard. It has a lot of smarts about this stuff. And he said that the way that you get customers to like what you're doing and supplement your thing via ads is that occasional little box that says, hey, you just won 100 gold by doing the thing you did. Do you want 500 gold? Because if you watch this 30-second ad, you'll get 500 gold. His point was there's an exchange there. There is a choice to be made, and if you decide that it's worth it for the extra gold, then you have given them the time to show you an ad. They have given you something in return. You can use the thing in return. It's the ones where it's just like, here's an ad. Sorry, we're breaking up everything. Go ahead and forget you were playing a game for 30 seconds because we're making you watch an ad. There's no fair exchange there. Or there's no, I shouldn't say fair. It's not the right word. But there's not something there that you're giving and they're giving back for. So you are starting to see more do that on premium ads or for ad systems than you are not. And I think that's good.
I like that. Yeah, because it does give you the option. You don't have to see that ad, and if you do, you're making money for the developer, which wins for them, and you're getting something in return if you feel like it's worth it, which is a win for you.
Yeah.
It turns out we're not perfect at ads yet. So there's a lot of ineffective ads yet out there. But advertising, I know there's the knee-jerk response of like, I hate ads. You hate bad ads. You hate ads that annoy you. Some ads that annoy you are effective. If you really honestly review your life like Albert Camus, you will find out that you, in fact, bought something because of an ad that annoyed you, right? It annoyed you into being aware, and you eventually purchased that thing. But the best ads don't annoy you. The best ads make you enjoy them, make you talk about them. Have you seen that funny ad? I always go to movie trailers. People voluntarily go online and watch movie trailers. Those are ads. You are exposing yourself to an ad when you watch a movie trailer, but you don't think of it that way because it's something you want. So good advertising, good product placement enhances the story. Yeah. Good product placement is something where you're not saying, well, that seems out of place. You're like, ooh, that made the world that much richer. And actually also made the game developer that much richer at the same time. Everybody wins.
Yeah. It's just like watching a TV show full of Dell monitors or Macs or whatever you see every time. Sometimes it can feel a little egregious. You watch like an Apple TV Plus show and you're like, only the villain has an Android phone.
Guys have Android phones.
Yeah. That seems a little.
Or the clunky thing like, hey, is that a new Dell monitor? That looks great. Why, yeah, it is. Let me pull up the file on the criminal on this beautiful Dell. Like, that's clunky. But if it's weaved into the story well, then you don't mind.
Yeah, that's life because those products are in our lives and it's fine. I'm looking forward to peeling that onion a little bit more today on the show. So it's a great pick. I was really struggling to find something good this week, so I'm really glad you found it. And it fits my wheelhouse and I think the show really well. So watch for that later today, 2:30 Mountain Time. Sorry, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. I keep saying 30. Why do I do that 2 years later?
Used to be years ago.
Literally years.
You're just
passed.
Showing it. You've been in there since the beginning.
Good Lord. I guess so. That's not much of a flex, I have to admit. But anyway, that'll be today. And I'll be on there and be joining Roger, Sarah, Tom, and all the behind-the-scenes folks. It's very exciting stuff. So be there if you can. Tom Merritt, anything else going on today?
freetechnewsletter.com comes out on Thursdays for free every day. If you want to upgrade to a paid subscription, it's the freemium model. I don't do ads though. So you can go get that. I'll have in the paid version today, my own little write-up on this story, as well as a story on how virtual reality can help people with eating disorders and body dysmorphia by helping them inhabit the body they think they should. And we might talk about that on GDI today as well. So keep an eye out for that. That's freetechnewsletter.com. hecknewsletter.com.
That's fantastic. You'll get to hear me admit that I think I have a form of body dysmorphia on the show today.
Ooh, okay, that'll be fun. Yeah, we're definitely doing that at GD.
It's not in the typical way you might think.
Scott
but
thinks he's a cat.
I might be a cat. All right, the word's out. I made a poopy in a box over there. Does that make me a cat? All right. See you, Tom. All right, that's it for that. How about recommendals? You like those, right?
How about that? I like those. I like those too. I like Tom and I like recommendals. Boy, I like Wednesdays.
You know, they're just great. Oh, did we get a link from Nicole last second? We did. Yay.
Yep, she sent a little video. Yay.
Excellent. All right, we'll get them in here then and get this going. I assume they're home now. They were in Colorado a long time.
They were, yeah. They're definitely back home. We didn't get a chance to see them this visit because Tina got sick, but next time they'll be back.
I meant to check on that. How's she feeling? Is she good?
Oh, she's totally fine now. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good.
She held on to that thing for like 6 days, 7 days, man. It was rough for her.
Summer colds. It wasn't, you guys tested for COVID. It wasn't COVID, right? It was something else, some other cold or whatever.
It was COVID.
Oh, was it COVID?
I didn't want to just announce it if she didn't want me to announce it.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing to hide, or not hide, but to keep quiet.
I don't know if she didn't go back to work until she tested clean. We didn't go to Billy Joel until she tested clean. But yeah, it was.
That's a bummer.
I just don't know if if she have her permission to announce it on the show.
Well,
but I just did.
Way to go, Scott. Also, we're having a real surge right now, so everybody just be a little careful out there.
Exactly. Yep. And somehow I dodged the whole thing. So
yeah. I don't know how you lucky bastard. All right, let's get to this thing we do here.
Well, what do you recommend?
We recommend things from streaming services that we have seen and think our audience might like, and we do it with two fun guests and friends who join us. Let's start with Nicole Spag. Hi, Nicole. You're back home. Welcome home.
Hi, I am back home.
Yeah.
And my sickness was from drinking Clearwater Creek when I fell off our raft.
Oh, did you get like a parasite or something? What happened there?
Giardia or something like that? Or
it was probably like E. coli. I don't know what it was, but I was not well for a few days.
Are you telling me that the very Rocky Mountain spring water that we use to make Coors beer might have something bad in it?
Yeah, there is. I fell off the raft, and all I remember is like it was a rapid that I fell in, and it was just like going in my face.
You made me feel slightly closer to you because I've fallen in that same river and had to get pulled out by a bunch of people as a scout trip thing. I didn't get sick though, so I didn't. I guess I didn't swallow any of the dirty, pea water or whatever. But
you ain't been Colorado rapid rafting until you've fallen in the water. Anybody who's done it, you haven't done it unless you fell in the water. Did you fall in the water? Oh, then you have ridden the rapids. But
I was the only one. Everybody's like, "Did you fall in?" I'm like, "Clearly."
Wringing out your life jacket. Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful run, though. I love that whole stretch.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I just felt really bad because Ava cried the whole time when I fell in. But she recovered, and it was okay.
She worried about her mom. That's fine. That's what kids should do.
Yeah.
Well, that ensures many happy Mother's Days in the future. We also have with us Randy Jordan. Hi, Randy.
Good birthday stream. Happy birthday to you.
Oh.
I think if someone was to look at the pictures of the two of you right now and ask him, well, who's the birthday guy? You'd be like, well, one looks dressed really happy, and the other one looks dressed in black like he's working backstage at a play.
Yeah, I look like
Wait.
I do. I look like I'm running the
is
door.
Is it your birthday today?
Today is the day. Yes, today's the.
Oh, I have it on
day.
my calendar as yesterday.
Oh no, 17th. Here's how you remember. When does David Hasselhoff celebrate? And then you're like, that's also Scott's birthday. Yeah,
that's right.
Okay, I'm moving your birthday. Stupid Google.
And it makes it really confusing to know whether or not when someone says, "Hey, you're a Cancer," whether they're saying something bad about you.
Right. That's a good way of putting it. Also, I share a birthday with. Hold on, let me see if I can find him here. Phyllis Diller was born today, and also famous the baseball player Tony Stone. So me and the Hoff and these two. No, there's some others too, but I can't find them. Oh, Camilla Park
Tony
Bowles.
Yeah.
Camilla Park Bowles, the
really?
Queen of England.
Wow, Queen of England, yes.
Yeah, her and I are celebrating together. Anyway, well, that's fantastic. Good to have you all here and to share this time with you. Let's get to these recommendals. Brian, we're going to start with a clip from you. Set it up, please.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, have I really disguised what this movie is in this clip.
Oh.
No one listening to this will ever be able to figure out what I watched this week. So good luck trying to figure it out, people.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get to the clip.
I'll take your challenge.
Detective Foley. Detective Bobby Abbott.
Can you get me Taggart, please?
Chief Taggart? Pretty sure he's busy.
Can you tell him there's Axel Foley?
Okay, and how do you know the chief?
Well, this isn't my first time in Beverly Hills.
I saw that. Did you ever read your own file? This is a lot. Disturbing the peace, various shootouts, evading the police. This is from 84. Then there's one from 87.
And then 94, not your finest hour.
Taggart. Anybody here got eyes on Taggart? Want to talk to Taggart? Hey, you, can you get me Taggart?
Trent, do not do that.
Don't be a bitch, Trent. Get me Taggart.
Why were you in Billy Rosewood's office? You know Rosewood's trying to f up my case. Are you trying to help him? Oh, Mr. Foley, I appreciate you've been doing this a long time, but the world has changed a bit. You can't just sit across the desk from another male and say something to threaten my manhood and think I'm just gonna get so flustered with insecurity I forget what we were talking about. But that's worked a lot for you in the past, but it's not gonna work with me. So let me ask you one more time. Why were you in Rosewood's office?
Dude, that joke about 94 is funny. That is funny.
That's why that's why I did this clip, is because that that was such a let's see if we can sneak this by and see who notices it kind of joke, and it's so funny.
And that movie is garbage. It is hot garbage.
It was not
terrible.
Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt said right there. It was not Axel Foley's finest moment, Beverly Hills Cop 3, but the other two were the other 2 years he mentioned. So it was 84 and 87. Right. Yeah, come on now. It's Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. New thing on Netflix, and you might be saying to yourself, "Yeah, I've been looking at this."
Nope.
What's that? No,
Netflix
was
original.
Netflix?
Yep.
It was Netflix. It was Netflix, and today's Scott's birthday.
It's all right. You were in the river. Yeah, the river water.
I love you, Nicole. I'm kidding.
Well, no, I started to watch it, is what I'm saying, and I thought I was watching it on Amazon.
I have this problem all the time.
I've done that.
I have this all the time. I'll start a thing, and then I'll finish, or I'll get halfway done and have to go somewhere. I'll come back and I go, where the F was I watching that? Like that's a sign we have maybe too many choices right now. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah. And they all look the same and they sound the same when you start them up.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the fourth film in the Beverly Hills Cop series, and you've probably looked at this and said, "Yeah, do I want to watch this? Is this going to be all fan service, or is it going to be, a good news story?" And I'm going to tell you that it's kind of somewhere in between. It is entertaining, and I think if you liked Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, then you'll like this. This is it doesn't break any new ground, and if you're expecting a lot of fan service, well, guess what? You get it. You get Judge Reinhold, you get Paul Reiser, you get Bronson Pinchot, you get some new characters and villains and sidekicks in the form of like Kevin Bacon, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You get well, I won't say that part. I won't spoil one thing on it, but basically you get Eddie Murphy doing a montage where he goes from Detroit to Beverly Hills, and as he's driving through Beverly Hills, he's looking over at the things that are really weird in Beverly Hills and going, eh.
Oh, he brought the laugh back. All right.
So nothing has changed in 30 years. There's been 30 years. And
Yes,
it's the
yes.
same exact
Well,
thing.
here's another thing that
same
I don't
thing.
think has changed. When I see promos for this, and I've seen trailers for it and all that, and I am going to watch it. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy is eating baby seal fetuses or something because
I think
he's not aging at all.
Eddie Murphy apparently has a blood boy that he uses to get transfusions nightly with younger blood to keep him looking young. That's a Silicon Valley reference for like the 5 people in the audience.
Oh, I thought it was a Mad Max reference.
Yeah, either way.
I guess it could be that too.
Universal donor. Why not?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and I don't know how Eddie Murphy has managed to stay looking the same age. And boy, oh boy, the years have hit Judge Reinhold and John Ashton, who's Taggart, and Paul Reiser and Bronson Pinchot. But you know what? They still look great. They look like they've lived, and that's what any of us can really hope for.
They have aged. Taggart and Rosewood have aged like normal human beings.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy is not normal.
Right. Yeah, it's more a thing about Eddie Murphy and less a thing about these other people who look like you would expect them to look 30 years later.
It's crazy to me how good he looks, but anyway.
It's directed by a guy who's never directed a feature film before, a guy named Mark Molloy. He's Australian, and he's done commercials and television stuff up until now. And he does, I think, just a fine job with this. You are going to get a soundtrack that sounds exactly like the previous installments. And what I mean by that is, of course, you're going to hear Faltermeyer's Axel F theme, which you heard there as well. But you're also going to hear Shakedown, the Bob Seger song. You're going to hear Neutron Dance by the Pointer Sisters. You're going to hear, basically, if you were hoping you'd get to hear all the songs from the previous movies, guess what? You get to hear all the previous songs from the previous movies. It's entertaining. You know what? It's good. They don't, like I said, they don't break any new ground. And I think in a case like this, where we've had things that tried to be really wacky for their new film, direct to TV, direct to video after a long time, Matrix, where they try and break new ground and don't succeed at it, Matrix. This is actually a really good version of all that.
So does it I keep hearing good things about like the car chases and the action stuff is actually really good.
Yeah, the car chases, very, very clever, just like they kind of always been, right? Like I think the first film, you've got Eddie hanging onto the chains on the back of a semi truck that, you know, he's just busted the robbery for. And so there's car chases where he's kind of having to do that. They do new stuff like that in this. And you're always, just like you were in the first films, asking yourself, is it worth causing this much damage to catch one drug dealer? And apparently the answer to Axel Foley is yes. Yes, it is worth this much damage to catch one drug dealer.
Sure. No Ronnie Cox though, because Ronnie Cox died, so he won't.
No Ronnie Cox, and no because his former sergeant from the first two films passed away in 2016, or actually passed away in Beverly Hills Cop 3, and then the actual actor died in 2016. You don't get that guy either.
Well,
but
forgot about that.
There are a lot of cute little Easter eggs, and one that is a hilarious Easter egg from a completely different movie. I absolutely won't spoil that, but it's a really funny, why is that in here kind of moment that's worth seeing.
Mm-hmm. You know, in a lot of ways, I think this series deserves some credit for being proto all of these kinds of like cop comedy, some semi-serious, semi-comedy sort of cop things. And examples would be like the entire Bad Boys series. I don't think exists without Beverly Hills Cop. It's got almost the same vibe. In fact, in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, Joey Pants is in Beverly Hills Cop. No, he's the chief in the other ones. So, like, do you even have these? Like the Will Ferrell, Marky Mark one?
The other guys.
The other guys.
Another good example. Yeah.
I have really fond feelings for this whole thing, except for 3. 3's terrible.
And that's, I think, why we're happy that it doesn't try and change things up like, oh, no, this time Rosewood and Taggart are coming to Detroit, and it's going to be a whole different experience as they drive down the street and see all the weird things in Detroit. No, this is, it follows the formula that worked before, and it does it really well. And
oh, Mark,
we're just fine with that.
Mark. Sorry.
It's all right. He's doing wood business. I get it. It's fine.
Hey, why can't he whisper? By the way?
My takeaway from this film is we got a new Lil Nas X song from it. I know this because my Spotify DJ is broken. Yeah. And seriously, at any given time, I am getting a song from Spotify DJ that I don't really want to hear every day. And it's currently Here We Go by Lil Nas X.
Is it really? Oh, that's funny.
And it's a good song. It's fine. It's just like it's Lil Nas all auto-tuned, and there's a huge backbeat. Like it's exactly what you expect. Yeah.
Okay. I liked his go down in the thing with the dare.
Watch myself some old Judge Reinhold and
oh man, yeah,
the current living king of auto-tune right there.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself. All right, well that's excellent.
So there you go. It's on Netflix. It's Axel F, or it's Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, and it is. If you like all the things that I just described, you will like this.
All right, Nicole, let's swing it over to you. Any preference or any thing you want to say?
Yeah. Before we do this one, it's just the movie that I watched with the kids. It's not that great. So, but I do want to talk about is the last season of How To with John Wilson. I finally finished it.
Yeah.
The last episode was crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you watched that. It was How to Track Your Package.
Yeah, I did. It was amazing.
We haven't finished the last season yet, but now it sounds like we really need to.
You
should.
Yeah,
must
we just
finish it.
Completely shifted recommendals here. I am way more interested in hearing why I need to hurry up and finish.
How to with John Wilson.
I'm going to drop in a photo that I took. So we went to Estes Park on the vacation, and I stayed at the Stanley Hotel. We decided I was going to do the Shining tour by myself, but Mateo decided to come with me. This is Mateo in the simulated cryogenic, the frozen dead guy of Colorado. Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
All right. So the frozen dead guy, I was like, how does this relate to The Shining? The tour was awful. But we got this photo of Mateo standing in this.
It's a great photo. Why do they need so many remote controls on the shelf next to Mateo, by the way?
Yeah, what is that about? That is weird.
That the tour made no sense. All the tour guide was for the ghost part of it was showing us photos of quote unquote ghosts, and I'm just like, what? It was weird. Anyway,
here's why.
These are two How To with John Wilson, the last episode, How to Track a Package, is directly connected with this company.
Really? The cryogenic company? Okay.
Yes, wow. You get an inside look. He goes to Alcor. He meets a guy that works there. And that guy, holy crap. You just need to watch the episode, Brian.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Dude, it's an amazing series. Are they done with it? Is that it? We're not getting any more John Wilson?
It's done, yeah.
And only 18 episodes. That's what really blows my mind, because it feels like it's so much more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, the seasons are, it's an amazing show. I think the first time I even heard of it was here, and I think it was Nicole with season 1, and we got completely hooked. It was our favorite thing as a family during the pandemic. We loved that first season. It was so good. And I think it holds up all the way throughout. So the fact that there's not going to be more is a serious bummer to hear that.
I know. Yeah. I still think about the Mandela Effect episode still lives in my rent free in my brain, with him going around to the grocery store and putting stickers onto boxes of all the packages that he remembers differently, like sunglasses on the Raisin Bran. And
that was great.
Yeah.
It's really
there's an exchange between him and the frozen Alcor guy. And he says, oh, it's kind of like, have you ever seen the Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise? It's about cryogenics. And the guy goes, is that the one with the Matrix? He goes, no, that's the Matrix.
Why did you use this as your recommendal? You could have played that clip.
Yes, we did. We changed it. This is what we're.
This is our new recommendal.
Good.
Forget about If on wherever If is.
If on Paramount, it's good for kids. It's not that good.
You know what? I'll defend it a little bit. We enjoyed it. We saw it in the theater. And it was cute. I think
low expectations.
Go in with low expectations. But I think the cameos were really, or not the cameos, the voices were really funny. I really like some of those other imaginary friends, and I think that some of them are hilariously well done. But
I don't know. It was very confusing to me, because you have to go into that movie with the mind of a child, right? Because there was a lot of stuff happening, and I'm like, I'm so confused. What's going on? I don't understand why this girl is going with a grown man. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And that's why I had a hard time. I watched it as a mom, as an adult.
Oh, sure. As a parent who might not let their child run off with a weird Ryan Reynolds, basically.
Yeah.
This is another reason why you shouldn't like Curious George. Curious George is just, it's terrible when you look at it from the perspective of the parent. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Curious George is kind of effed up, isn't it? There's things about it.
Just such a brain dead dad. Like, it's just weird.
No, deadest of brains, that guy.
But if you're curious to see the Shining tour, I put photos up on my Instagram of me and Mateo as the twins. And
it seems like they're barely doing enough to draw people, but not too much to overdraw people there, right?
No, it's overdrawn. So I told Brian this, that I will be so surprised if the Stanley Hotel is still in business, 2 years from now, because they are leaning hard into the supernatural, but they're doing it terribly. Like that poor maze.
Yeah.
Died,
here's the thing.
3 times.
No, here's the thing. They basically are like, oh, we're trying to be this really serious, nice, posh hotel. We're really trying to do this whole thing, but we keep getting tourists here who want to see stuff and want to know about The Shining, and we don't have a lot of Shining stuff. I don't know. What's the least we could do to satisfy these Shining people? And it's building a foot-tall hedge maze. It's putting together a crappy tour. It's selling, red rum coffee mugs and room 23 door things that you could bring home from their gift shop. They did it. They basically begrudgingly are leaning into the Shining thing as opposed to welcoming it. And
they're not begrudgingly leaning into it. They're the tours that they set up.
Yeah.
Like we got pushed out because they had too many tours set. It was crazy.
Well, let me rephrase it. Not begrudgingly, but they're doing it. They're going into it late in the game where they've been trying to push away from that for such a long time that now basically any efforts they make are really half-assed.
Yeah. That sounds right. Based on what I saw, half-assed is the right word.
Yes.
Well, and they're pissing off the rich people that have gone there for decades.
Yeah.
Because there were people like one guy, he's like, I've been coming here for blah, blah, blah. This used to be all elk.
Yeah.
I'm just like, sorry, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a crappy maze now.
Yep. Yeah. Stephen King wins in the end. Sorry. That's just how it is.
This country used to be all elk as far as I could see.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's what it sounds like. Well, anyway, I'm glad you got to go to it just so we could talk about it, because I don't know anyone who's gone, and I've always been curious about it. So now I will no longer be that curious about it.
No, it's good to go check out the outside. It's a beautiful hotel, and it's you go into the front entrance. It's really cool, but don't go there expecting to get the Shining experience.
No,
the Shining experience.
Tour. Yeah, I was gonna say the Shining tour was maybe 5 minutes of talking about The Shining, and it was just, I was like, dude, stop talking so fast, trying to rush me through. I felt icky.
It sounds like
I had fun with Mateo.
Well, that's good. Having fun with your kids is all that matters.
Exactly.
I was really hoping there was a broom you could go in and there'd be like a dead lady in the tub. I really wanted that. Not dead lady, but like
there in that photo.
Yeah.
There is a setup scene, and he really tried to set this room up and was showing us pictures of eyes, and people like to be scared. And Mateo was like, I don't understand. He's like, there was nothing there.
No,
I'm like, your brain can play really crazy tricks on you when you want to be scared and so they had the tub set up with a skeleton, and you could put your face through the door. Like, it was a little setup thing. It's great.
It's also like
whatever.
They want to devote the smallest amount of space to a Shining thing, right? Like,
yeah.
The other reason they're going to go broke is that if you want to stay at the Stanley, and you probably experienced this, you can't go up there for a night. You have to have a minimum of 2 nights or 3 nights on the weekends. Like, you have to, or is it 2 nights on the weekends, or is it 3 nights?
I don't know. We stayed in the lodge. This is the other thing I didn't realize. It's the Stanley Hotels. Plural.
Yes.
And there's the lodge, which is next to the main hotel.
Yeah.
And then there's one because there's a gate, there's a guard that you have to pay $10 to get in.
He takes you on the guard tour to your room. Yeah.
If you're staying there, you don't have to pay the $10.
Right.
But then there's another place, and that's where the pool was. And Ava was so mad because it was an adult-only pool. Which means nobody went to this pool.
Right. Meanwhile, Mark is there saying, "Yeah, everybody had their top on. It was boring."
Yeah, that's not the kind of adult pool I signed up for.
That's right. I was really hoping.
Bland.
Yeah.
So,
no,
yeah,
I'll take my experience from 20 years ago when I went up there and snuck past the velvet rope, no guard, and wandered around the hallways taking pictures and saying, "Now this is cool." But
Yeah.
I'll do my own shining tour that was definitely not allowed.
That's what you should do is sneak in there and like you can run the tour, but don't tell anyone. People are just following Brian around.
That's right.
And you're like
That's
pointing
right.
stuff out quietly, and you know I can think that
I'll dress like Jack Nicholson at the end with like icicles hanging down from my nose.
Yeah.
All right, let's take you down the next hallway.
You would have so many happy people if you did that.
Yeah.
So Stephen King did stay there. They will tell you the story of Stephen King staying there and the dream that he had that inspired The Shining. And he stayed in room 217, and they've since split that room in half. And so there's 2 Stephen King rooms that you can stay in. And I, out of curiosity, I said, "So when's the next available for that room?" She goes, "We have two spots in December."
Oh my gosh!
I'm like,
forget it.
$1,000 a night. It's $1,000.
$1,000 a night?
Yes.
No, I'm not going. I'm not doing that. I'm never doing that.
Yeah.
And the kind of people that want to spend $1,000 a night, I don't want to be around them. They sound weird, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
And then they have all this other. They have like a hall where they have like a magician and a seance person there. So it's a whole thing.
Well,
but I will say the cherry pie, delish.
Really? How much was the cherry pie? That's the question. Was it really expensive?
It was reasonable.
Tastes so good, it makes a grown man cry, is what I heard.
Well, all right. I could use a good
Okay,
cry.
sorry. That's my Stanley Stephen King Shining recap.
All right.
So here we go. So How To with John Wilson, recommended.
Yeah.
Shining Tour Shining Tour, not recommended. If recommended if you have kids.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. No, it's a good list. I like everything about what you've done today. This is fantastic.
Guess what? In the in quick TMS.li, you're just going to get F, folks. Sorry. That's all you're
fine.
going to get.
That's fine. Sorry. I'm all over the place. I've been gone for how long? I've been gone for the last 2, right?
A couple of them in a row, or at least one.
Yeah, I think it was 2. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember if you called the remote. You called remote on something. I don't remember what it was though.
I can't remember. I've been gone.
Well, it's good to have you back. Randy, let's fly over to you now and talk about your clip. What do you got
I
here?
could go really fast because I am not recommending anything you haven't already seen, but you need to see it again. You need to see it again soon. So roll a clip. You're going to know exactly what my recommendal is as soon as it starts. I'm just like Brian this week. I've got a very clear
path to success. Here we go.
Clear, obvious clip.
Indeed.
Nice.
Smells good, no?
Not the Daffodil Daydream. The girl.
Ah, yes, Geeta. She is quite lovely. She would have made me a very agreeable wife, but Geeta's heart has been stolen by my cousin Bandhu. He is as dishonorable as he is attractive.
Dopinder, I'm starting to think there's a reason I'm in this cab today.
Yes, sir, you called for it, remember?
No, my slender brown friend. Love is a beautiful thing. When you find it, the whole world tastes like Daffodil Daydream. So you gotta hold on to love. Tight. And never let go. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Got it?
Yeah.
Or else the whole world tastes like Mama June after hot yoga.
Sir, what does Miss Mama June taste like?
Like 2 hobos f***ing in a shoe filled with piss. I can go all day, Dopinder. The point is, it's bad.
Wait, is that from 1 or 2?
That's the beginning of the first one. You have 8 days now to enjoy rewatching the first 2. I'm recommending that. The first 2, one is on Max and one is on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're split up.
I think 1 and 2 are on Disney Plus too, but I think Max just also has 1, right?
Okay,
or
maybe.
something like that.
I don't know. I didn't find it that way.
All right.
Let me just give you a couple of really fun facts about this now trilogy. One was an hour 48. 2 was an hour 59. and the third one is going to be 2 hours and 7 minutes. So they're getting a little bit longer, presumably because they're getting a little bit better. I can't prove that because number 1 on Rotten Tomatoes is at 85%. Number 2 on Rotten Tomatoes is at 84%. We don't have reviewers yet for the third one. They didn't do it that way for whatever reason. I don't think that's bad news.
No, I think it's fine. Yeah.
I think there was no reason to have an early review screening of the third one. It's going to be exactly like the first two, I think.
Just for those who are wondering, if you're not currently subbed to Max, and a lot of people aren't, it is. I just wanted to confirm it is on Disney Plus. You can get both on there.
Oh, both are on Disney Plus?
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Okay. Good.
They even have a listing for Deadpool and Wolverine, but it's just a trailer. But the movies are on there. All right. Confession.
If for some reason you don't know this property, I just want to quickly say, hey, this is really funny. It's very R-rated stuff. Like, Deadpool doesn't exist before like 1990. He was invented to be extremely counterculture for that sort of time and for what was going on in comics and so on. And Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool was actually called for in the comics in the early 2000s. And so like Ryan Reynolds kind of has to do this. Yeah. Like he's the perfect person for this. You will understand if you haven't seen these, you will understand when you start watching them how Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is one of the greatest miracles of casting to ever happen in Hollywood.
Yeah,
for sure.
And the irony is that in Wolverine Origins, they made him mute.
Yes, like one of the most comedic actors and quick-witted characters. They make absolutely mute.
It was a horrible decision by somebody. Yes. I don't know who to blame there. Director, whoever, writer. What a dumb thing. You actually literally have Ryan Reynolds in this. He's there. He's in your movie, and you make his lips sewn shut or whatever the hell you did.
Yeah.
Dialogue's everything for that character. It's insane to me.
I can't wait to go see this third one. There's an episode of Welcome to Wrexham in the latest season of Welcome to Wrexham. There's an episode that revolves around Ryan Reynolds getting Rob McElhenney a very, very small role in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
It's like, that doesn't have anything to do with Wrexham soccer, right? but they work it in. The town of Wrexham in Wales has completely embraced Deadpool as their sort of like mascot. Already had a dragon mascot before this, but Ryan Reynolds comes along, they've really like embraced it. So like he's in it's just bizarre how this character has been so pervasive.
For some reason the dog is losing its mind.
I didn't know if that was Dougie or
your Oh no, I'm in the shop. Didn't they make a PG-13 version of Deadpool 2?
Oh, did they?
They probably did. I know that they released the second version.
Parents were taking their kids, and the kids are like, "Please, I want to see Deadpool."
I mean, it was a problem. That was a problem with Deadpool 1. Like, it's always been an issue because people were used to MCU /Sony / Fox movies about superheroes being sort of everybody in the family can go.
Wholesome. Yeah.
And so they weren't doing any homework. I blame those parents because that's just stupid. Yeah. Like, look up the rating, find out what the content is. Don't take your kid blindly just because someone's in a suit.
Yes.
It's so dumb.
Well, I just saw Marina Baccarin's boobs. There is a great piece of trivia, and it's kind of funny that Nicole's almost recommendal of If got brought up in the same recommendal
Ryan
segment.
Reynolds.
Not just Ryan Reynolds, but also the person you don't see in Deadpool 2 is also the person you don't see in If. If that
okay. Yeah,
you know who I'm talking about.
I don't.
Nicole.
I don't know who that is.
So the person. Do you remember the character the Vanisher in Deadpool 2?
Oh, confession time. I still haven't seen 2. I need to see 2, and I'm gonna see it this week. I'm seeing 2 before I go on the 27th. So
you should see both of them. Well, okay, yeah, see 2 before you.
I've seen 1 like 3 times, so I'm good on 1.
But Ryan Reynolds put an homage to that cameo from Deadpool 2 into If.
Oh.
So So the
Ralph?
person,
Clever.
yes, exactly. The person
Okay.
that constantly gets tripped over, or Keith, not Ralph, Keith.
Keith.
Damn it, Keith.
Keith.
Yeah.
All
Damn
right.
it, Keith.
That was actually in my clip that I gave you.
Oh, was it really?
Oh, that whole scene is in there?
The one that we didn't play? Excellent.
Well,
It's okay.
It's like a 5-minute thing. It's hard to isolate.
Yeah,
but,
no.
Well, anyway, that's great. Deadpool 1, 2 available now in all the places Randy said, and also
you should watch them soon because we got a third one.
Yeah,
I'm going to do a rewatch starting this weekend. Yay!
Do we know if Colossus comes back in 3? Do we know?
Don't know.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Don't know, and I would like to be surprised.
I have been, I have had a blackout on like trailers and stuff.
Yeah, I've been seeing like in YouTube, I've been saying, "Oh, new Deadpool trailer with this," and then I'm like, "Nope." I've stopped with that accidental one that I saw another freaking reveal on. It's like, nope, I am not watching any more of these.
Well, I'm excited to see it with a bunch of Tadpoolers. We got a whole thing going. So
that's awesome.
Gonna be
I'm
great.
envious.
By the way, Brian, a little deep dive. Did you know that there are like 13 different colors of red suits they have for Deadpool? What is going on?
I think that's Mark again. That was my
No, that was me. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
No worries.
Are you watching next week's recommendal right now?
I clicked the link. It just my computer.
It's totally fine. I'm sorry, Randy. Could you ask that question again? Because oh, the different color red suits.
Yeah, because apparently in like different conditions and lighting and like camera setups, you don't get a consistent red if you just you just choose one. You have to like they have all these different reds.
Oh wow! No, I had no idea. That's kind of cool. I'm sure that'll be in a featurette that I'll watch after.
Yeah,
Deadpool and Wolverine lands on Blu-ray.
Well, that's awesome. Great way to get ready for that. Do your homework, everybody. Let's move on to mine. Mine is completely different than anything else anyone's talked about today. It's a documentary. It's a very serious piece of subject matter. I'm not going to get too far into how anyone should feel about it. I just think people should watch it. So here's the clip.
Faith is primary for me. Faith is the first thing that I build my life around. My reaction to January 6th was my stomach churned. I was nauseous. I wanted to throw up. People had Christian flags. They were praying on bullhorns outside the Capitol while beatings were occurring inside the Capitol. It was a co-opting of my faith that is supposed to be a faith of peace. From a security standpoint, it was also devastating. We spent 20 years preparing for another bad day, building up intel systems, law enforcement capabilities, the protective measures, and that failure was utterly on display.
Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you for allowing the United States of America to be reborn. Get rid of the communists, the globalists, and the traitors within our government.
The galvanizing force behind the assault on the U.S. Capitol was a political movement known as Christian nationalism.
All right. You are hearing the voice there of the narrator, Peter Coyote. You probably have heard him a million times with like Ken Burns documentaries. That guy brings a level of professionalism to documentary narration that almost nobody can quite match. That guy is really in a class of his own. Love that guy. He also jangles his keys a lot in E.T. back in the day.
Interesting. Well, he's typecast.
Yeah, he's been typecast. Anyway, the voice you heard at the beginning of that is a woman named Elizabeth Newman. You may not know her name, but she was Deputy Chief U.S. Department of something in the Trump administration. So she was actually in the administration. A devout Christian woman. She's just one of the voices you get to hear in this thing. The movie, I should say right up front, is called Bad Faith. It is a documentary that is currently on Hulu, and I think maybe, Tubi, not Hulu. Tubi, which means it's free, which means everybody should go get it. It's also, I think, rentable everywhere. When I first heard it was on Tubi, I went, well, Tubi not really known for great debuts, or it's kind of a junk TV channel, and I like it. I like Tubi a lot, but it's full of like cheesy 70s stuff and ancient TV shows and this sort of stuff. So it's not really, it wasn't on my radar for like a good quality documentary, and it really is one. Now I know by recommending this film called Bad Faith that the people I really want to hear this or see this are probably not going to anyway. All right, I understand that. I acknowledge that. I'm not here to pressure those people. Your minds are made up already. That's fine. But if you are interested at all in the history of Christian nationalism and what that actually means, and what most people who use that term today are saying they are. This isn't like us calling them a name. They say, I'm a Christian nationalist. They say it out loud, all right? They get into what that is defined as, how far back this goes in terms of like some of these ideas, where they came from, the architects of this idea, and what it means today in our political climate, what it means for Christians who are just trying to live Christ-like lives and don't think that this stuff should be all intertwined in their politics, and as hateful as it is. Like, there's a whole bunch of back and forth. Again, I am not here to convince anyone of anything. I just think this is very educational. And what it did for me was it reminded me that my surface reasons for thinking certain people behave the way they do is kind of actually wrong. The reason people in power with money and influence drape themselves in a flag and hold a cross is not the same reason your next door neighbor does that. Their reason is because they buy into it and they've been convinced, and now they're on the team. But the people in charge, the people with the power, they're doing it because it's a power grab. And it's a power grab that has been decades in the making and is fascinating from a historical perspective. This is not a documentary that doesn't even focus on January 6th. That's just kind of the opener about, when things came to a head for this woman and some other people. It's about 30 years of history. They have tons of archival footage. And it really does lay bare a very straight ahead historical look at what it is and what we're facing. It is not hyperbolic. It is not what's the word I'm looking for? When something's sensationalized. It's not sensationalized. They don't get into that. It isn't music to help advance a thing. I mean, it is clearly a thing describing something that some people are going to go, oh, coming after us again.
Here's the agenda. Yeah, right, sure.
But though I'm not talking to them because their minds are made up. I wish they would watch something like this, because you would at least have to look at where this all came from, so you kind of understand your role in it. And that's the crazy thing about it. This thing is not an anti-religion documentary. It is not an anti-faith documentary. It certainly is not anti-Christian. If anything, they give way more voice to actual Christians, not the ones that run churches. They have a bunch of photos that come up of like, oh, there's just some churches in the 60s where the entire church is just filled with KKK members all wearing their robes and stuff. And they get into just kind of the roots of why we and the world, not just us, okay, and not just Christians, but why religion is often the front for other ideals.
It gets co-opted.
They co-opt it, but not only co-opt it, they use it as a veneer. They're cosplaying, basically. And I don't mean this is not a negative in the direction of cosplay. It's not what I mean. That's fandom. This is different. But they hide behind it. There's that old quote, I don't remember who said it, but if fascism comes to America, it will be wrapped in an American flag with a Bible on it or something. And that may sound hyperbolic when you hear that, but when you see this and you see the building blocks of what the people in power are doing, and by that I mean like evangelical leaders, people who know better, all right, who get up and say really fired up stuff and they know better. That's the perspective I didn't have before, and it really added to my understanding. So anyway, I can't recommend it enough. I also know that it's going to be hard. Some of you are going to hear this and go, I don't want anything to do with that, or those people, or anyone who calls himself a Christian nationalist, or any of this stuff. I promise you this will be good for you and cathartic for you. It may be difficult. I had to pause it 3 times, I'll admit. I paused it 3 times and sat there and went, okay, I don't want to get mad. I don't want to get, whatever. But
worked up or whatever.
Yeah, I just came away with just such a appreciation for the quality of the thing and its ability to go further than just, can you believe what's going on? It's not like that. It's more like, here's some things that have happened. If this is confusing and seems out of nowhere and you don't understand why people behave this way, let's go back and look at the steps. Let's see the moments in history. Let's talk about why, you know, if somebody gets up in church and tells 1,000 people who they, you know, they all trust him, and he gets up and says, you know, you all need to go out tomorrow with your AR-15s and you need to blow up the town next to us because they're godless or something. They'll do it more than they won't because they trust. There's a whole thing about trust in this and why we trust in people to steer us in the right direction and how that can get twisted and turned and broken. And I found it fascinating. So if you want to see it, it's available for free at Tubi.com. You can rent it in other places if you prefer. I watched it on a browser and I had a blocker, so I never saw an ad. And can't recommend
Blocker.
it enough. Yeah.
I'm just glad the title of the thing is okay. Like I think about this a lot because a long time ago, I gave my parents a book. My dad was still alive. I gave my parents a book that I really wanted them to read. And it was a book about the marriage of American Christianity and the Republican Party. And it like covered the backlash to the civil rights movement. And James Dobson had a big rise in, you know, in Colorado Springs and all these things. And it was like, I found it very, very interesting is what I'm saying. It was like history of this book.
Yeah.
But the problem is the title of the book was American Fascists by Chris Hedges. And
yeah, no, it sends you. You're right. That can really put people off. That's why I appreciate this name too. Some people will see this and go, but you're saying all faith is bad. That's right. The name, bad faith. No. The meaning here is when you do something in bad faith, it means that you're saying, I could say to Brian, Brian, I think you're awesome. But then behind the scenes, I'm sending him death threats. I'm telling him he's awesome in bad faith, right?
Art imitates life. No, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Yeah, please.
But you know what I mean? Like you're doing something in bad faith, and that's where this thing squarely lands. People with power, influence over time, not just our generation, but kind of going back forever. They are acting in really bad faith, and it is not about religion. You think it is. You kind of think it is. Like you see it and you go, oh, it's because they're so damn religious. People are so dogmatic. Take one little scripture, turn it into a whole lifestyle, whatever. That's not it. It's not it. Yeah, it's people who know better and know what they're saying is inciting, angry, opposed to what they should know. And it's infuriating, but this is presented in a way, and with Peter Coyote's wonderful voice, is presented in a way that is digestible, that is understandable. And look, if there are people right now watching this video archive or listening to the podcast going, I knew this were a bunch of pushing their woke agenda. If you start doing that, I have two words for you, F and off. And second of all, it's not because I don't think you have valid points of view or I don't want to talk to you. That's not it. It's because you are saying on the face of this is not for me, and there's nothing here for me to see. And I could not disagree more. So watch it, then come talk to me. Don't talk to me and then not watch it. There's no point in that conversation. I'm not going to have it with you. But this was really good, and I hope more people watch it.
One of the last full episodes of the Phileas Club, Patrick and I kind of got into the history of fascism, right? And he kept referring to the whole episode as you sometimes have to eat some vegetables and greens, right? Like when you're consuming whatever you're consuming in media, right? Like that there's stuff that speaks to you and it feels real good and comfortable, and sometimes it's kind of hard to take. And that's the stuff we were talking about on that episode. He kept saying over and over, you have to eat your greens sometimes.
Yeah.
You have to just
these are definitely vegetables, and they're not the kind of vegetables that are being faked into looking like vegetables. They really are vegetables. And I would agree. I like that scenario. And I think you should eat your vegetables, everybody. Yep. Have plenty of, look, Deadpool is a really great dessert. Okay. Amazing. Bad faith though. You need a good healthy dose of some stuff.
Right. You got to have all the food groups represented here. And sometimes you need to watch stuff that's actually good for you.
Yeah. It was really something. These are all up on quicktms.li. And that means you can quickly find them, reference them, and move on from them. We also mentioned earlier Mad God. I've forgotten I recommended it here on the show. I recommended Mad God.
Oh, the game Mad God? Oh,
no,
really?
the
Oh, I'm
movie.
sorry, the animated, the stop motion. I was trying to remember what the context was that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, so you'll probably even find that on there. Really worth seeing if you're into stop motion. Also, if you're into psycho, like dark weirdness, might be worth seeing it.
Cool.
All right, well, there you go. Anybody got anything they want to promote? Nicole, you got anything going on you want to mention?
My brain is still trying to transition from vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have nothing.
All right. Well, tell Mark I hope he doesn't get Giardia or whatever.
Oh my God.
Randy, anything going on with you? You want to mention?
I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend on FilmSec for an episode that we've already recorded. We're gonna have a nice talk about my brain just dumped.
Movies,
it was
a straight to video movie.
Straight to video
movies.
Yeah.
My brain just did a reboot. That was amazing. That's just like right there. I heard a sound too.
Yeah.
So we're talking about straight to video movies on FilmSec this weekend, and then RoboCop 3 next weekend. I'm very, very excited about that. But more importantly, Scott, you're supposed to have a happy birthday today. Please have a very happy birthday today.
I'm going to, mostly because everyone's being so nice. So thank you for being a part of that. I appreciate it.
Aww.
Bye, Randy. All right. Thus endeth recommendals. And now we leave you with one thing. Oh, no, I already did the follow-up. I wanted to tell people about this.
It was the other thing that was up top there.
Yeah. Did you know that the Happy Meal for the month of Mental Awareness Week, for the week of Mental Awareness Week is now just called The Meal?
The Meal. Is that really? That's really true, huh?
Yeah.
So I need to go, like if I go through the drive-thru and I say, yes, I'd like to order the meal.
The meal. And they'll say...
With no inference to my joy or sadness state.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of appreciate the idea of this. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to give McDonald's too much credit for much because they just want to sell Happy Meals, and that's fine. But, we shouldn't assume that every Happy Meal is happy, I guess.
Right. Well, and like their extra value meal isn't.
No, it's not. That's the unhappy meal. It always has been.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Nor is there super size. So, finally,
finally the truth can be told.
The first truthful thing that McDonald's has done in a while.
Well, there you go. That's going to do it for today's show. Thank you all for listening, for being here, for being a part of it. And if you want more, you can find it at frogpants.com/TMS. One more quick reminder. That sale is up now on the new Wastelands thing. I just put it in the chat as well, so you guys can link right to it. If you go to frogpants.shop, it's the first thing up there, and it is 5x5 or 8x8 inch versions of these prints, all three available now and for a limited time. If you're a Fallout fan, you may want to grab it. TV show or otherwise, video game, doesn't matter. It's all fan art for those cool things. All right, that's going to do it for us, Brian. Let's get out of here. You got a song we can play and go with?
Yeah, this one comes from Russ. Russ Cluett said, what-oh, Brian and Scott. I've been a listener since week 1, and although I've spent the last 13 years enjoying your fine show, I've never requested a song. But I'm turning 40 on June 25th. Turned 40, past tense. So this is a good excuse. Yes, I'm catching up. Oh, listen, this is actually a good place for me to bring this up. Need some requests for the second half of July. So if you've got a birthday, if you've got an anniversary, if you've got the birthday for a friend, you want to turn them on to or maybe just want to turn them on, but you want to turn them on to TMS, this is a great way to do it. Request a song, play it for them, and then play them the show and say, hey, look at that. There's a song in here for you.
Yeah. And you'll even take him if
that's
it's
what
not...
I think you all sound like.
Yeah, of course. That's what I hear as well. But you're not even saying it can't just be a basic... Like, if they just like a song, they could do that, right? It doesn't have to be
exactly.
An
It
event.
could even be that. It's totally true.
Sure.
And yes, Claire Gack, we talked about this. Chapel Roan has done some very good covers that I wouldn't mind playing, but nobody's requested them. So
get in there, you guys.
It just takes a couple minutes, but I guess if you don't have time to rate songs in Music League, you don't have time to make a request. Anyway, Russ continues. Over the past 13 years, I've gone from working for myself to getting a proper job to moving out to the Isle of Wight for some peace and quiet. TMS has been a consistent companion along the way. I'd love to hear a cover of or by one of my favorite bands of all time, and Brian's too, I believe, Squeeze. Yes, indeed. I saw them live a few years ago and they were awesome. Whether it's a cover by my favorite or a cover of my favorite track, Pulling Muscles from the Shell, or something else, I leave it in Brian's capable hands. Thanks for all you do, chaps. TTFN Russ. SF drummer everywhere else.
Congratulations on the milestone of aging. Something to that effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could play him a happy birthday.
Yeah, we'll give him. You're in here now.
Happy birthday.
No offense, but you're in there. It's fine.
Exactly. Yes. By the way, McAddict asks, Brian, have you seen that friend of Diamond Club, Allie Gertz, released a Nine Inch Nails cover album? And Tally adds on, it's good too. Why, yes, I kickstarted that thing. So,
nice.
Or Indiegogo, whatever she used to fund it. I supported it and got my rewards, and no argument there. It is really, really good. Can't remember what it's called. It's called this is a weird tangent, right? It is called.
Where is it? I'm on her thing. Nobody's updated her Wikipedia yet. Somebody get in there and do that.
Let's see. Already.
I'm sorry. She was a former editor of Mad Magazine.
Was she really?
According to this, it gets into her music later in the thing, but it says American comedy musician, writer, YouTuber, and former editor of Mad Magazine, known for her satirical songs based on pop songs and topics.
Peeled Back, that's what it's called. Peeled Back is the name
Mad
of it.
Magazine, that's crazy.
I know, that's awesome.
I love
covers of
that.
everything. Hurt, The Hand That Feeds, Reptile, We're in This Together, Head Like a Hole, of course, Closer, all covered on this brand new release from Allie Gertz. Okay,
wow. Awesome.
That has nothing to do with the Squeeze cover that I'm about to play. And yes, Russ is correct. They are one of my 2 or 3 favorite bands. They're always top of the list for me. So a cover of Pulling Muscles from a Shell. It's funny because this is one of the songs that doesn't get covered as often as things like Black Coffee in Bed or Tempted or Another Nail for My Heart or things like that. But I do have a really good cover of it. This one came out on a tribute album that came out in 2011. Called If I, The Songs of Squeeze Revisited. And it's a great cover of Pulling Missiles from the Shell by a band called Threads, featuring Givy Flynn. This is great. And it goes out to you, Russ. Hope you had a great birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Pulling Muscles from the Shell by Threads.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with Wendy and Thursday things and all that stuff. So please come back then. We'll see you then.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.